Mae wedi gwneud ei benderfyniad, a does neb yn gallu dadlau ag e.
Screwfix Sprint yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Wyth gêm I fynd yn y tymor yn uwch gyngred Cymru ac 8 pwynt sydd angen ar y seintiau newydd I sicrhau eu 15fed pencampwriaeth ar ôl ennill adre yn erbyn y dre newydd wythnos diwetha. Maen nhw adre eto, ble maen nhw bron yn berffeth ers blwyddyn erbyn hyn. Pen-y-bont sydd yma heddi, tîm sydd erioed di ennill yn erbyn y seintiau newydd, ond sydd wastad yn rhoi gêm a hanner iddyn nhw. Ond ar ôl cipio 3 pwynt yn erbyn Met Caerdydd wythnos diwetha, mae yna bosibilrwydd y byddan nhw nawr yn colli pwyntiau ar ôl torri rheolau o ran eilyddio. Pentost I reolwr Pen-y-bont, Rhys Griffiths felly, a cyfle I gael ambell I bwynt bach yn ôl pnawn ma fan hyn yng Nghroi Soswallt, cartre'r seintiau newydd, a nhw'n croesawu Pen-y-bont, y gêm gynnar I chi pnawn ma o uwch gyngraedd Cymru JD. Mwy o gemau I ddod yn hwyrach. Croeso ato ni, brafion cael y cwmni. Croeso I Tommy Morgan hefyd, sy'n cadw cwmni ni, cyn reolwr Aberystwyth a Chaerfyrddin yn y Gymru yma. Croeso ato ni, Tommy.
Diolch Dylan.
Beth am yr ystadegyn bach yna, Pen-y-bont erioed I ennill yn erbyn seintiau newydd. Dwi'n yn siŵr sut, gofiwch, achos maen nhw'n rhoi tipyn o gêm ddyn nhw fel arfer.
Wel, mae bob amser yn gêm gysylltiol rhwng y ddau dîm, a bydd pnawn ma ddim yn credu ddim gwahanol, erwydd chod mae Rhys Griffiths yn trefnu dîm yn dda, ac bydd yn siŵr negyddu cryfderau y seintiau newydd pnawn ma.
Ie, mae werth nodi hefyd, maen nhw'n chwarae eto penwythnos nesaf yn rownd gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru. So rhaid y fe ddewis un fuddugoliaeth, pa'n bydde fe'n dewis?
Cwpan Cymru ddyn ni'n tybio yn y fe, herwydd dwi ddim yn ennill y gyngrair. Felly, ond mae'r pwyntiau yn holl bwysig iddo fe hefyd yn y gyngrair, yn enwedig os gollwn nhw'r 6 pwynt, fel mae pawb yn disgwyl nhw'n wneud.
Ie, wrth gwrs, ymchwiliad gan y Gymdeithas Bêl-droed o ran hynny, gen I glywed mwy am hynny yn y man. Yn sôn am rownd gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru, di sadw nesaf, Seintiau Newydd yn erbyn Pen-y-bont, nos Wener nesaf, Bala yn erbyn Ceicona, ond neithiwr oedd na gemau yn uwch gyngred Cymru JD. Dewch I ni ddechrau ar yr ofal, Cartre Caernarfon, a nhw o'r Flint yn cwrdd. Y ddain llygadu'r 7fed safle a lle yn y gemau ail gyfle. 10 munud I mynd Caernarfon ar y blaen. Marsh Hughes yn cael y gynta. Yn ôl dath y Flint, rhyw gêm fel yna oedd hi. Bach o ding-dong yng Nghaernarfon a Clark yn taro ar ôl 3 munud ar 20. Fel na oedd hi ar yr egwyl. Dechrau'r ail hanner wedyn ni. Sean Bradley yn torri'n glir I roi'r cofis yn ôl ar y blaen. Ond 10 munud o'r diwedd. Gŵr lleol yn reiddiol, James Owen. Dwi'n sgorio llawer, ond pa ma fe, mae'n edrych fel ha. 2 gol yr un oedd hi yn y gêm yna, felly pwynt yr un. A'r gêm arall neithiwr, wel Ebus sy'n cael tymor hyn llefus yn erbyn Aberystwyth. Y penwythnos diwetha, Tommy, ni'n gwylio Aberystwyth erbyn Pontypridd, 2 gol yr un o'r Aber ar y blaen. O 2 I 1 gyda munud I fynd, anygol, oedd angen taro nôl, fe wnaethon nhw yn taro 7 hefyd. Faint o help fydd hynny?
Wel, bydd helpu i'r hyder y tîm. O dîm sydd wedi bod yn methu sgorio goliau, maen nhw'n sgorio 10 yn y 2 gêm diwetha. Ie, maen nhw'n bwyd. Dwi'n dal methu cadw llechen lan,
hyd o'r Ebus di sgorio yn erbyn nhw, Tommy.
A falle, na'r broblem fwyaf y tymor yma, falle. Ac o hyn I ddiwedd y tymor, mae rhaid nhw ddysgu wneud hynny, sef cael llechu glan. Ond cael y chal yw fi'n credu rhwnt o unrhyw eblaw yn Ebus, sy'n I fod yn hollol onest, maen nhw wedi bod yn dîm gwael iawn I falle gweitha yn hanes Cyngor Cymru tymor yma. Gallu unrhyw un o'r 5 clwb arall disgyn fi'n credu.
Chi'n meddwl ni, dal gymaint o hynny, dal clwb fel Holffordd neu Flint dal yndi?
Ni'n edrych ar gêm cynna, J. Owen cael gol holl bwysig i'r Flint, pwynt, ond am y llaeth, triffwyn chi angen o fe. Sgewch chi 2 fuddugoliaeth neu 3 yn ôl, mae hwnna'n mynd I roi mantis fawr I un o'r clwbiau na I fynd I cael y 7fed lle.
Mae'r 7fed gol na gan Darlington yn crynhoi rywsut sefyllfa Ebus. Mae'r tabl yn crynhoi I sefyllfa nhw hefyd. Mae nhw gyda llaw yn rhan o'r ymchwiliad yma gan y Gymdeithas Bêl-droed. Felly bydden nhw'n colli pwyntiau hefyd. A maen nhw ar -2 yn barod. O mor agos wedyn ni rhwng y lleill. Caernarfon yn hapus yn y 7fed safle ar hyn o bryd. A fel hyn mae o ran y brig, 8 pwynt sydd angen yn bendant o ran y Seintiau Newydd. Mater o amser byddech chi'n tybio. Mae mor agos. Ac wrth gwrs, y bygythiad na o golli pwyntiau yn gwmwl o ran Pen-y-bont hefyd ar ôl tymor campus i dîm Rhys Griffiths. Dewch i ni glywed gan y rheolwr sydd wedi bod yn siarad â Nicky John.
Well, Rhys, first of all, I have to ask you for your reaction to yesterday's news that Pen-y-bont have been charged by the National League Board in relation to 2 matches and the use of youth substitutes.
Yeah, we're in discussion with the FAW about it. We've received that charge. And, you know, we're hoping for a sensible resolution and, most importantly, that it doesn't happen again for the integrity of the league. But other than that, I can't say too much, to be honest.
Back-to-back TNS games now between the league and the Cup semi-final. How is the squad's mood going into this one?
Really good, actually. I think the news this week has probably galvanised the squad a little bit. Feels a little bit them against us, and we got to harness that and use it. We always enjoy the challenge of playing TNS. To play them twice in 2 weeks is an interesting proposition as well for both sides. So yeah, the squad are really positive.
And you must take some confidence from the fact as well that you hold the best record of all the teams against them during the first half of the season, and also the fact that you're on a run of 9 games unbeaten currently as well.
Yeah, well, our record against them is a strange one because I've said this before, we're probably the team that seems to cause them the most problems on a consistent basis, yet we're the team that hasn't beaten them. So that's a strange one, and I think actually that run's going to end soon. Whether we get thrashed or we beat them, I don't know. But obviously I'm hoping for the latter.
Well, we'll soon find out. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Rhys Griffiths, chwarae teg, mae'n pwynt o fe, mae fe'n hyderus, achos maen nhw, dyle fe fod, achos maen nhw'n neud yn dda yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd, mae fe hefyd yn cyfadde, allwch chi ddod fan hyn yn cael y chwalu.
Wel, y peth yw, mae'n le anodd iawn i ddod, mae nifer o brawnau fi wedi bod yma, ac mae wedi bod yn brawn hi'n llefus ar yr ystlys. Yn cofio cael nodyn bach gan rhyw fachgen bach yn gweud, you're getting sacked in the morning.
O, neis iawn. Croeso cynnig. Giswch chi sac gyda llaw?
Na, diolch wrth ôl i fe.
Mae fe'n ddiddorol. Pam bod Pen-y-bont yn ei cystal yn erbyn o? Fi'n gwybod yn nhw ddim wedi ennill. Maen nhw wedi cael cwpl o gemau cyfartal gan gynnwys un tymor yma. Be maen nhw'n neud yn dda yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd felly?
Wel, un peth am tîmau Pen-y-bont, maen nhw'n drefnus, a hefyd maen nhw'n chwarae pêl-dro digon deniadol i fod yn hollol onest. Maen nhw'n chwarae trwy ganol y cae. Mae lot o bobl yn misio allan pan nhw'n dod fan hyn, trefwar yr bêl hir, a wedyn mae Seintiau Newydd yn llyncu'r bêl na fyny, a mae'n don ar ôl ton yn dod ato chi. Felly, maen nhw yn drefnus, ac fi'n credu, bydd hi'n gêm agos brawn falle bydd hi'n gallu fynd unrhyw ffordd fod yn hollol onest, ond bydd Rhys Griffiths gyda un llygad ar y gêm brawn sadwn nesaf.
Ie, mae hwnna'n mynd i fod yn gêm ddiddorol iawn. A maen nhw wedi gwneud yn dda eto tymor yma, un gêm yn ddisgwr. Fe gollon nhw fan hyn, ail gêm y tymor oedd on, drychwch ar yr heilwen. 91 o funudau a brobl yn taro eto. Mae'n sy'n atgoffa pobl faint mor anodd yw i gael unrhyw beth fan hyn.
Wel, mae brobl yn un o chwarae'r gorau gyngrair yma, bos yn gwneud bai. A un peth mae pencampwyr bob am sy'n gwneud yw cadw i fynd i'r funud ola. Felly, dim ond nhw sydd wedi colli fan hyn yn y funud ola. Mae sawl clwb arall wedi ennill yma, wedi colli man hwyr yn y gêm. Felly, un peth am ti, Pen-y-bont, maen nhw yn drefnus a mae'n ail plaid nhw.
Mae werth ni atgoffa pobl hefyd, record y Seintiau Newydd fan hyn, maen nhw'n berffaith tymor yma, 100%. Dyn nhw'n wedi colli fan hyn yn y gyngor. Mae bron yn flwyddyn ers nhw golli fan hyn. Jyst i roi mwy o broblemau i Rhys Griffiths, felly. Wel,
ie, ond na'r challenge unrhyw reolwr sy'n dod man y fe, yw ddim ildio gormod o goliau, a mynd o yma gyda'ch hyder yn dal i fod ganddoch chi.
Ie, a ni siarad â Craig Harrison cyn y gêm nes i weid fi'n mwynhau'r gemau rhwng Seintiau Newydd a Pen-y-bont. A fi wedodd yn enwedig pan ni'n ennill yn y funud ola fel ni sôn i reit ar ddechrau'r tymor. Mae fe wedi bod yn siarad â Nicky hefyd.
Pen-y-bont have given you a real test during your recent meetings with them. Where do you see the strengths in Rhys Griffiths' side?
I think they're a good team. I think that's probably the real strength of it. They're a good team, got good togetherness. You know, Rhys has built something there. There's a lot of players that have played for Rhys for 3, 4, 5 years even. There's 6 or 7 in there that won the team that got promoted from the league below. So I think that's probably the strength of it, the collective, the togetherness, and you know, with 4 or 5 really, really good players with that. They've got some great experience. I think you probably overlook that. They've got 3 or 4 lads in there that have played a lot of Football League games. I know McDonald's injured, you know, Yoworth, you know, Little, you know, they've all played really, you know, they've probably actually got as much Football League experience as what our players have, because they're lads coming to the twilight of their career or the end of it in in giving experience to the league, experience to a football club.
Diolch, Craig. Thank you.
Diolch i Craig. Ni'n disgwyl o ddau dîm i ddod allan. Ni'n offi chwarae gemau yma weithiau. Lle chi'n cyfuno'r ddau dîm, combined 11s. Bydde, sorry, no boys, Pen-y-bont bydde'n mynd mewn i dîm y Seintiau, neu tase Craig Harrison yn cael arwyddo cwpl o nhw. Pwy bydde fe'n llygadu, chi'n teimlo, Tommy?
Wel, oedd y sôn tymor diwetha bod Miles Davis ar ei ffordd i fan hyn. Fe Kane Owen falle. A fi'n hoffi Iorweth bachgen newydd yn y cefn gyda Pen-y-bont. Ond so chi'n troi Benny Waired, mae Cymannus mewn yn tîm Pen-y-bont a falle bydden nhw yn hedfan yn uchlach na beth maen nhw nawr.
Diddorol, y cyn ymosodwr, yn enwyr ymosodwyr wrth gwrs. O'n i'n gweud, hon y gêm gyntaf pnawn, chi wedi gweld 2 gêm o neithiwr, ond mae yna fwy o gemau i ddod pnawn ma hefyd. Mae honna rhwng Pontypridd a Holffordd yn un mor bwysig lawr yn y gwaelodion. Met yn teithio i Geicona a'r Bala yn y Dre Newydd. Cofiwch, Geicona a'r Bala yn cwrdd penwythnos nesaf yn rhwng gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru, a hon hefyd y Seintiau Newydd yn erbyn Pen-y-bont. Ni'n mynd i fynd draw at y tîm sylwebu yn Saesneg ar y botwm coch. Mae 'da ni gwmni cyfarwydd dros ben, commentating in English on the red button today on Scorio's channels as well. We've got Greg Draper, former New Saints striker with Bryn Thomas. Ac yn sylwebu yn Gymraeg, o mi fydd Tommy Morgan yn rhan o'r tîm sylwebu. Malcolm Allen a Nick Parry sydd yno. Mae rhaid i fi wei stori chi am Ben Clark, un o chreuwyr y Seintiau Newydd. Mae fe wedi anafu. Felly mae yna lift fan hyn, yn neuadd y parc, a mae fe wedi cymryd y lift i fynd lawr y llawr gwaelod. Ath y lift yn stuck, a mae fe dal yno. Felly, dwi'n yn siŵr os byddai chi gwylio ar ei ffôn, ond os yw mae sgorio ar gael, ar-lein ac ar eich teledu clyfar. Falle efo ffôn clyfar gan Ben Clark yn y lift na. Fi'n falch gweud bod Malcolm a Nick ddim wedi cymryd y lift. Maen nhw'n barod ar eich cyfer chi.
Good afternoon and welcome to Park Hall. It's first against third in the JD Cymru Premier. The New Saints 100% home record. 8 points needed from 8 games to win their 15th championship. And they're up against Pen-y-bont, third at the moment, but facing a 6-point deduction, which would take them down to 5th in the table. And the New Saints, they enjoy playing against Pen-y-bont, not lost against them at all in the JD Cymru Premier. Now for the teams, 2 changes for either side. Craig Harrison makes 2 changes, as I said. Chris Marriott and Ryan Brobble missing out, with Keston Davis and Adrian Sislovich coming in. And for Pen-y-bont, Rhys Griffiths also makes 2 changes. Lewis Harling and Costa Georgievski are out, and it's Kai Whitmore and Ryan Reynolds who come in.
Yeah, obviously two massive losses for TNS. Obviously experience and consistency of Chris Marriott, and obviously Ryan Brobble's creative play is going to be a massive loss in there. But 2 very strong replacements to come in, so it really shouldn't affect things too much. And then obviously, the 2 changes to Pen-y-bont as well. I don't think they'll be losing too much. Still looking at the midfield, there's lots of energy in there. So I think it'll be really exciting to see that midfield battle, and they're full of energy, both sides. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top.
That's the voice of Greg Draper, former TNS scorer. I say former, Greg, but you still on the coaching line-up here, and with the possibility you're still registered, so you could be lining up in the near future. Who knows?
Still hanging in there, yeah. Just last resort. If we have another 5 or 6 injuries, then you might think about it. But we'll see. Interesting
enough today, Greg, Declan McManus, the league's top scorer, he finds himself on the bench. What's the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, Dec's just been struggling the last couple of weeks with a bit of a tweaked muscle. Don't think it's anything too serious. He's been sort of training on and off this week, but it's probably just a bit too much of a rush to put him straight back in for today's game.
Our referee this afternoon is Mr. Iwan Arwel Griffiths, who's shown a couple of red cards this season, but hopefully will not need to do that this afternoon. It's a lovely afternoon here, Greg. Ideal for football.
It is. It's actually warmed up a bit. I thought it was going to be a bit chilly this morning. So yeah, but no, it's perfect conditions for football. Really, not too hot, no breeze at all. So yeah, looking forward to it.
And off we go. And it's the visitors in their change colours who are playing from left to right this afternoon, with Kellen Absalon in goal with the long clearance. Mark Little, former England under 19 international, is lying up in one of the three at the back alongside Josh Orworth and Dan Jeffries. And, well, we can expect a tight, cagey battle here this afternoon as first touch for Jeffries. Jeffries now to Kane Owen. One thing, Greg, about Pen-y-bont, they've got a settled side, haven't they? You know, these players know each other very, very well. And as Craig was saying in the pre-match interview there, lots of them have come up from the lower league, and they've been around for a while.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're a good, honest bunch of lads. Rhys Griffiths obviously got them real well drilled. They, although they haven't beaten TNS, they always give TNS a good game. Look at the last 3 games. Obviously, they got the best results this season against TNS, or the best record, sorry. 1-0 and a 0-0. So they'll be full of confidence today as well, I think.
Long ball forward, looking for Nathan Woodward. Just covered there by Ryan Astles to Keon Reffel. And Wood, that understanding up front, and not to a loose ball given away to Ashley Evans to Ryan Reynolds. And this is Josh Yorworth, Football League experience centre back. And Jeffries just turns, plays the ball back to Reynolds. And Pen-y-bont's confident start here, Greg.
Yeah, they look to be looking after the ball really well. Definitely started the better of the two teams. So yeah, I'm sure Craig will be getting stuck into TNS now to liven up a little bit.
Well, I did the Bala match a few weeks ago, and first thing that Colin Caton, the Bala manager, said in the post-match interview was how good Pen-y-bont were. He sung the praises of Rhys Griffiths' side, and it's a good start for the visitors. Ball played into Whitmore, just that shields the ball and the pressure here. And good play by Wilson, tracking back here. Just holds the ball up. It's nicked by Whitmore. Ball played in, and foul by Yorworth on Leo Smith. The referee on up with play. Easy one to give.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's possibly a foul beforehand on Adam Wilson. But yeah, Leo's done well to get his body in there, and yeah, obviously won the free kick.
The two changes, by the way, Chris Marriott and Ryan Brobble, Greg, are they tactical or are they injury-based?
No, again, same as Deck, really, just two slight tweaks. Again, nothing, I don't think either of them are overly serious, but just not quite worth the risk of pushing them for today's game.
Danny Davis, always impressed by Danny Davis, he's a good player. To Sizlovic plays the ball down the line to Redmond. The options were there. It's cleared away by Little up to Keon Reffel. And Reffel and Miles Davis in the mix. Williams, lovely ball. Josh Daniels ventures infield, but gives the ball away. It's Keon Reffel who's back. And it falls to Nathan Wood, who's looking to release Ashley Evans there, but it's comfortable for the New Saints at the moment. Williams, ball around the corner to Leo Smith. Wilson out on the far side, Adam Wilson. And it's back with Ryan Astles. Williams. Daniels, that patient build-up once again by the New Saints, Greg.
Yeah, no, they've definitely grown into the game, settled in now. They're, I was about to say, keeping the ball reasonably well, but Pen-y-bont have obviously nicked it and are now looking to counter.
Fair play to you. You called the New Saints they there as the ball played down the line. Ball whipped in by Nathan Wood, cleared away by Astles. Sizlovic. Back with Connor Roberts. Redmond just switches play over to the far side. Now then, an opportunity here for Josh Daniels. Northern Ireland under 19 international. Looking for the run of Adam Wilson. Just held up there by Dan Jeffries. Smith looking for Gwion David, two former Caernarfon players trying to interact. And it's with Leo Smith once again. 5 minutes played. Good start. And it's Miles Davis all the way back to Absalom. Stills turns back to Connor Roberts. These are tight affairs between these two sides. TNS's last 4 wins have come by a single goal. And Wilson just picks up play on the centre halfway line there, gives the ball away. Dan Jeffries. And Josh Yorweth. And it's Absalom. Closed down by Gwion David. And a good play by Gwion there, Greg. Just forced the error from the keeper.
Yeah, Gwion's doing really well at the moment. Obviously filling in for Deck, but yeah, he's definitely one of the strongest younger players we've had in a long time. So really excited to see Gwion getting a run of games now. And hopefully he can, show everyone what he's capable of, because he's capable of one day of going on and scoring a lot of goals for this club.
And it's unbelievable. He's still only 17.
Yeah, no, like I say, he's, in my opinion, he's probably the youngest player that we've had for years and years now. So it's just up to him, really, how much he wants it and how much he wants to, move on or kick higher. He's definitely got the right attitude for it, and like I say, he's doing really well at the moment.
He's got that knack, hasn't he, to be, and I suppose it's the sign of a good striker like yourself, that he's in the right place at the right time every time.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of strong points, but that's probably his strongest. He's always in the right place, and more often than not, when he gets a good chance, very rarely does he miss a target, and more often than not, the back of the net definitely gets hit.
And he's got 6 goals already this season as Gwion David in 9 appearances, so that's not a bad return at all. And the Saints once again just building up patiently. Redmond just switch play to Danny Davies. He's got Adrian Sizlovic with him. Sizlovic back to Davis. Davis just marshalled there by Miles Davis. And cleared away by Ryan Reynolds. It just gives the ball away cheaply. Sizlovic. Davis was crowded out there by Mark Little. And Miles Davis and Ryan Reynolds. And under pressure straight away there was Little. Now, Danny Davis is apoplectic. Should have been a free kick there, surely, Greg?
It looked like a free kick, yeah. Obviously the ref didn't think so we played on, and obviously TNS are back in possession now. But yeah, a little bit of a scrappy game to start off with.
As Daniels just carries the ball forward to Wilson. Smith. Back to Daniels. Oh, lovely play there. And a foul on Josh Daniels. And you're looking at players here like Daniels, Smith, Williams, Redmond. They're not big in stature, but they've got that nippiness about them.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're all very neat and tidy on the ball. And, like you say, especially in midfield there, Leo and Danny with their energy that they got in midfield, I think as the game goes on, they should start to have more and more control of that midfield, really.
You see Rhys Griffiths here. Would he be satisfied with the first, where are we, 9 minutes or so?
I think he will be.
Ball whipped in low by Sizlovic this time, that cleared away. Poor delivery. Disappointing, and easily cleared away by Kane Owen. And then just back to the keeper from Williams. Approaching the 10-minute mark here at Park Hall. Neither keeper really troubled thus far. Sizlovic, he did well there. And just ghosts past Keon Reffel. Plays the ball infield, and an opportunity for Josh Daniels. Smith. Redmond. Astles. There's Danny Davis on the near side. Astles on ball, looking for Adam Wilson. That was a good challenge there Good tussle with Kane Owen. Wilson does well to hold the ball up. Sizlovic. All crossed in by Daniels, and Gwion David almost capitalised, cleared away by Kai Whitmore. And almost a shambles at the back there for Pen-y-bont, Greg, and the Saints almost capitalised.
Yeah, it was a lovely ball in. I just think Gwion probably wasn't expecting it to actually reach him. Whether the Pen-y-bont defender got a little flick on it, maybe, but it almost seemed to just hit Gwion in the shoulder. So, yeah, Gwion will be disappointed with that one.
Yeah, you can see that one again here. Good cross in, and then, yeah, you're right, it just sort of hits him somehow, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the defender might have got a little flick on it, maybe, which is sort of taken Gwion by surprise. But lovely ball in from Josh Daniels, so they'll be hoping for more of that.
Astles just gets his foot in around Keon Reffel. Good play by Ryan Astles. And picked up by Nathan Wood. In steps Keston Davis. Ryan Reynolds. Just brought down by Keston Davis. One of the two changes in the New Saints side this afternoon.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Possibly a slight foul on Keston beforehand. He's obviously... ball's obviously got away from him, nothing malicious in it really, but definitely a free kick.
Now it's Kane Owen. Short one to Ashley Evans. Owen, long ball looking for Yorwerth. And well, a move practice on the training ground there, just straight offside Yorwerth, but a neat little move there, Greg.
Yeah, like you say, definitely a free kick they've worked on. But yeah, you can see that TNS obviously worked on their nice high line there, which made it very difficult for Pen-y-bont to make anything come of that free kick.
We were saying earlier on, 8 points needed from 8 games, but win today, the results going their way, they could win the league. Well, not next weekend because it's the Welsh Cup, isn't it? But the following weekend, the 15th title could be in the bag.
Yeah, and that's, you know, TNS, they just want to get the league wrapped up as soon as possible, really, and then it'll be a case, I think, of preparing for Europe. You know, trying experimenting with different lineups, different shapes, and that sort of thing. So obviously, the sooner we can get the league wrapped up, the better for everyone.
Roberts, just over the head of little. It's Gwion David to Danny Davis. Now Davis. Davies on the edge of the penalty area. Smith's in the middle if Danny Davis can get to it before it goes out. He does. And Davis just crowded out. Redmond goes for goal. Sizlovic. Davis. And an offside flag on the far side. Comes to nothing, but in the last few minutes or so, it's Craig Harrison's side having the bulk of pressure here, Greg.
Yeah, that's both fullbacks now as well. That's you know, got some decent crosses in. Obviously, Danny probably didn't get as much power on that cross as he would have liked, but Gwion was in a good position to pick it up. But yeah, like you say, definitely TNS are starting to cause Pen-y-bont a few more problems now.
Absalom looking for Keon Reffel. Easy for Ryan Astles. As Miles Davis just helps the ball down the line, looking for Keon Reffel, and again Astles gets the better of that challenge. Yorwerth. Absalom again. It's Whitmore with his eye on the ball, just falls for Ashley Evans. Astles with a clearance, looking for Adam Wilson. Kane Owen under pressure from Wilson and just forced backwards to Dan Jeffries. Wood does well to hold on to possession. Ashley Evans. Possession for Pen-y-bont, but not going anywhere really. And again, Craig Harrison will be more than happy with that, Greg.
Yeah, I think you know, you look at the last 3 headers that Ryan Astles has run. You know, balls launched straight down the middle there. It's you know, there's only going to be one winner there. So if they continue to do that for 90 minutes, then I think Craig will be very happy.
The voice of Greg Draper Joining me, Bryn Thomas, on the red button commentary this afternoon as Redmond ventures into the box. He was looking for Gwion David, and Josh Shorworth, key clearance to concede the corner kick.
Yeah, just the energy again from Danny Redmond. Obviously, he saw the switch out to Siz's lovely little first touch, and just knew straight away that a player was going to be making that run. Obviously, in this instance, it was Danny Redmond, and good ball in, but well defended as well. Lovely control from Adrian Sizlovic.
It's Sizlovic is going to take this corner kick, takes a short one to Danny Redmond. Redmond whips it in. An opportunity here, ball cleared away. It was Josh Daniels who was there. Ball ricocheted in the box, and then it's hoofed away by Ashley Evans. Back in by Danny Williams, and then Sizlovic. There's Kane Owen. It's all hands to the pump for the visitors. Good play by Danny Redmond. Danny Redmond, he's been a wonderful servant for TNS, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been a brilliant player, like I say, not just his energy, but obviously his quality on the ball, and it shows in the stats. Top assists for the league, I think, this year. So he's just one of those players that, as long as he's fit and available, then he's in the starting lineup.
Well, TNS players are on the top of every list in the JD Cymru Premier. Declan McManus, the 3 top scorers, Greg. Declan McManus, Ryan Brobble and Ben Clark, 3 New Saints players. Incredible.
Yeah, no, it's great, and obviously just shows how dominant TNS were, obviously certainly in the first phase of the season. Maybe not scoring quite as many goals so far over the last 3 weeks, but I think it's just a matter of time before that kicks back in. Obviously those 3 top scorers are all missing today as well, so it'll be interesting to see who steps up to replace them.
And TNS players also first and second in the assists table. Danny Redmond on 15, Ryan Brobble on 14. And the clean sheets table, it's Connor Roberts who's the top of that one, and there's New Saints at the top of the table. So dominant in all aspects, the New Saints. Astrals. Just a lovely ball out to the left-hand side here, and the ball played into Redmond, and who's there? It's Leo Smith. It was inevitable. 17 minutes played. Leo Smith puts the home side ahead. His 4th goal of the season. It's the New Saints 1, Pen-y-bont 0.
Yeah, we nearly saw it 3 or 4 minutes earlier, didn't we, with big switch out to Siz, Danny Redmond making that run in behind, and it was almost a carbon copy, really. I mean, another great first touch by Siz, the outside of his boot, lovely ball, lovely run from Redo, and obviously a great position picked up by Leo at the back post there for an easy tap-in.
Lovely team goal by the New Saints, and finished off by Leo Smith at the far post. Again, just that first touch from Sizlovic. Redmond let the ball do the work, and then Dan Jeffries, well, he couldn't come close to it at the far post. And deservedly, the New Saints ahead, do you say?
Yeah, I think so. They certainly obviously created the better moments in the game. There's a great little position picked up by Gwion there as well, just holding the space just outside the 6-yard box as well, which obviously meant the centre back there couldn't drop too deep, and that's obviously why that ball made it all the way through to the back post.
Wilson, I just showed too much of that one to Josh Shorworth, and Adam Wilson, and he's gone down here. It's worrying for the New Saints, Greg.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there, whether he got a slight tap on the ankle, but he's gone down. He looks in a little bit of pain.
Here we go. He just at the end there, didn't he?
Yeah, looks a little bit nasty, that one. He's definitely rolled his ankle there.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he has to come off of that.
Yeah. Oh, he's in pain here, and they're horrible then, where you just extend you hyperextend the ligaments, I suppose, don't you?
I think that's exactly what's happened to Ben Clark as well. But Cardiff Met 2 weeks ago, was on the stroke of half-time, gone up for a header, come down and just rolled his ankle. So fortunately, it's something that I never experienced. But yeah, I can imagine it's and obviously Phil the physio's signalling for a sub. Yeah,
straight away, and not a bad sub if it's Declan McManus who's coming on. You're looking at the options, so you got Pask, Routledge, McManus, Hudson. I suppose that McManus is the obvious one, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's Yeah, obviously with Guillon and Declan both being on the pitch at the same time, it'll be interesting to see how they shape up now. But yeah, if your top goal scorers sat on the bench, then there's a chance to get them on early. Then you do so.
Yeah. And just seeing that one again there, Greg. That's a nasty one. That is a nasty one.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised that he's having to come off with it. He's sat up and he doesn't look in too much pain, but he's definitely tweaked something there. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. But obviously won't be able to carry on for the remainder of the game.
So, early change having to be made for the new Saints. The match is today, by the way, and this is now a big match, isn't it? It's Connors Quay against Cardiff Met. So if Pen-y-bont lose 6 points, takes them down to 39. Connors Quay 46, Cardiff Met 44. Yeah, so really Cardiff Met, yeah, you're right, Cardiff Met could go potentially up to second place today, and that automatic European position.
Yeah, no, and I think they've done really well this season. They have done for the last few years now. They obviously had an unbelievable start to this season, and then I think it was the result against TNS which probably changed the course of their season. Really, they went a few games without getting any results, but they managed to have turned it around now, and obviously back in contention and with a chance to go second.
Oh, it's John Routledge who's coming on. We were totally wrong. We thought that Declan McManus would come on, but it's John Routledge. What's the thinking behind that one, Greg Raper?
I think he'll just add a little bit more sort of control to the midfield there. He's not going to go running around quite as much as Leo and Danny Redmond. So yeah, it looks like Leo's gone out on the right now in place of Adam Wilson. Now you've got a midfield three of Danny Redmond, John Routledge, and Danny Williams.
John Routledge is one of those, Greg, that you just feel who's been here forever as Routledge. Great player. Yeah,
he's obviously been another fantastic servant for TNS. Player that I really enjoyed playing with. You knew what he was going to. He was going to give you 100% every week, and very calm and composed on the ball, and just controlled that midfield for us over a number of years now.
Danny Williams was down just momentarily. He's hobbling in the centre circle there as the Saints press again with Josh Daniels. Daniels, can he go past Kane Owen? And he wins the corner kick, but another worrying sign that Daniel Williams is just hobbling slightly, Greg.
Yeah, I think he's all right. He managed to shrug it off, I think, but there's a great chance there for Guillon to make a run, and behind Leo's picked up a lovely ball there in a little bit of space, and it's just crying out for Guillon to make that run in behind the back line there. Obviously it's resulted in a corner.
Halfway through the first half, as Redmond gives the opportunity to be whipped in by Sislovic, and then it's Wood to Kai Whitmore. Now then there's an opportunity for the break here for Pen-y-bont, and Danny Williams does well to hold Kai Whitmore up, and he just showed there, did Williams, that there's no lasting effect of that ankle injury that he just sustained a minute or so ago. Whitmore no one down the line at all, and it's with Reffel just waiting for the run of Nathan Wood. The new Saints just bossing things at the moment, aren't they, Greg?
Yeah, there was actually a good chance before of a little Pen-y-bont counter-attack there from TNS's corner, and I think that might end up being the most likely way that Pen-y-bont are going to score today, is by catching TNS on the counter-attack, which I think if they were a little bit more clinical beforehand, then that could have resulted in a good chance. But obviously TNS recovered and got back behind the ball well.
So we're mentioning that the other match today is Connors Quay against Cardiff Met, is the key game. Also Pontypridd against Haverfordwest in the bottom half of the JD Cymru Premier, and it's also Newtown against Bala in the top half, and Bala still not out of that race for that second position, and realistically that's what all the other teams are playing for at the moment. Is Danny Davis wins the throw in, takes it, and it's Astles having a comfortable afternoon at the back, it must be said, to Connor Roberts. His clearance only to Kane Owen. Owen to Nathan Wood. Wood under pressure to Owen once again. Owen looking for Keon Reffel, and any opportunity Pen-y-bont have to clear the ball or get the ball into the box has to be taken. Heavy touch by Danny Redmond. Mr Griffiths allows play to continue. As Jeffries who's down, he felt that tackle there from Danny Redmond. And well, that's why Josh Orworth is just having a word with the referee. Jeffries is still down here. It was Danny Redmond, Greg. Here we go. Ooh, what do you make of that?
Yeah, he's gone in and his foot's a little bit high. I think he's lucky that he hasn't actually caught him as well as what he could have. So yeah, and he seems to be right. He's hobbling about a little bit, but yeah, it's a bit of a touch and go on that one.
Yep, lucky not to get away without a card at all there. There's Danny Redmond. So Mr Griffith must be in a good mood this afternoon. Redmond, lovely skills to Sislerich, Danny Davis, Routledge. And that's a substitute for Adam Wilson. Lovely ball through to Daniel Williams. Sislerich starting his 150th league game this afternoon, but gives the ball away to Whitmore. Whitmore crowded out straight away by Daniel Williams, and the Pen-y-bont players, Greg, just having any time on the ball at all.
Yeah, no, that's obviously something that Craig and Sarge work on a lot. Is, you know, if we do lose the ball, is going to get it back as soon as we can, and really not letting Pen-y-bont have any time at all on the ball.
Well, Dan Jeffries, he's gone down after that Danny Redmond challenge. And again, worrying signs here for his Griffiths. He's got Billy Borge on the bench, who would be a like-for-like change. Adrian Sislerich starting his 150th league game for the New Saints, Greg, today.
Yeah, again, Sis been here a number of years now. Again, another player that I absolutely love playing with, because you just give him the ball, let him run, and get yourself in the box. And yeah, the number of goals that he put on a plate for me was just, you know, couldn't ask for a better player to have out on the wing, really.
Yeah. So I presume when you knew that Sis had the ball on the left, let's say, you knew exactly where to run to, and you knew that the ball would get there.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that comes from years and years of playing with each other. But obviously, you know, you form great little, you know, relationships with players on the pitch. And like you say, you know, Sis, if he's out on the left, you know, he's just going to cut in 9 times out of 10, and more often than not, he'll be trying to find that far post. Whereas, you know, when he's out on the right hand side, you know, more times than not, he's going to cut in and look for that near post. So yeah, like I say, it comes from years of playing with each other. But it's, like I say, there's just so many players out on that pitch now still that you know, really enjoyed playing with.
So Dan Jeffries, he's up and about. Kane Owen just has a quick word with Mr Griffith about that challenge, and asking the question, I'm sure, the Pen-y-bont captain, why wasn't the card shown to Danny Redmond? Now remember, this afternoon it's the big match in the Principality Stadium. It's Wales against England, and it's at 4 o'clock. I think the kick-off is at a 4:45. It's England against Wales in the Six Nations here at Park Hall, with 29 approaching 29 minutes. It's the home side who are leading, and who are on the way to their 15th title. I don't think there's much doubt about that. They need 8 points from 8 games to win the title, and if the match between Connah's Quay and Cardiff Met ends in a draw, they could win the league, possibly. Not next week, but the following week. Pen-y-bont defending again here. There's Danny Davis. Oh, lovely ball back by Danny Williams. And Danny Davis, referee and the assistant linesman on the far side, just deciding that one out for a goal kick. But just that understanding that we saw there, Greg, between Danny Davis and I think it was Daniel Williams, wasn't it? Just that 1-2 there.
Yeah, and again, it all started with that big switch out to Sis. I mean, Sislerich is just getting far too much space out there, and you know, if they're going to continue to give Cizlovic that much time and space on the ball, then you know, they're going to have to be defending a lot more than they're attacking, unfortunately.
Routledge. Half an hour played. Connor Roberts to Astles. Cizlovic just caught there by Mark Little. And it's a free kick to the New Saints Redmond. New Saints, that patient play at the back, just waiting for the options as Connor Roberts goes for the long ball. Comfortable for Josh Yorwerth. And then Redmond. Just a little bit untidy with Ashley Evans. Two feisty players in midfield there. Ashley Evans, I'm sure you come across him in your day.
Yeah, I remember playing against Ashley Evans a long time ago now. I think he was at Carmarthen, possibly Port Talbot as well. Yeah, so he's one of those players, very similar to John Routledge. He always gives 100%, and you'd much rather he was on your team than against him in training, sort of thing. One of those players.
Yeah. He also appeared in the Welsh Prem, as it was then, for Neath before they folded. Now then, Leo Smith, goal scorer. His goal separates the side, scoring after 17 minutes. Cizlovic, lovely touch to Redmond. Redmond, space on the left-hand side for Danny Davis. Davis, space and time to get his cross in, looking for Gwion David. Headed away by Josh Yorwerth, and an offside. Lovely touch here by Adrian Cizlovic.
Yeah, he's really causing problems now. He's obviously drifted inside there. Lovely ball from John Routledge. Obviously, Cizlovic has seen the run of Danny Redmond underneath him. Danny Davis overlapping, so yeah, they're starting to cause quite a few problems now.
Absalom. Astles comfortable again for Ryan Astles. Ryan Reynolds. And just a handball, unfortunate, just bounced up for Kai Whitmore. It's taken quickly by Danny Williams. Routledge to Josh Daniels. Just that instant control. The ball round the corner, looking for the run of Williams. Ryan Reynolds just tracking him all the way, and inevitably goes down. Just feels Danny Williams there. There's Ryan Reynolds, and over he goes. Free kick. Oh, he's given the goal kick, actually. I thought the line's when he flagged there, didn't he, for a free kick?
I think he gave a free kick, yeah. But lovely ball around the corner from John Routledge. Dan Williams did make that run, and then just sort of stopped it slightly, which is obviously why the ball's got away from him. But lovely ball by John Routledge around the corner first time.
Jeffries is down. He's not going to carry on, I shouldn't think, as he's down for the second time now. And Billy Borge, yeah, here he goes. So change coming up for the visitors. So it's Billy Borge coming on for Dan Jeffries, and here's the goal again, Greg.
Yeah, well, it's like I say, a great ball out, and then lovely first touch from Ciz. You know, Danny Redmond's going to be making that run, 9 times out of 10, and just lovely position picked up there by Leo Smith at the back post to help himself to an easy goal.
So both sides having to make changes in the first half. Dan Jeffries just departing, Billy Borge coming on, and that's a like-for-like change. He'll slot in at the back, whereas the New Saints, Adam Wilson, nasty injury, just went over on his ankle, and it's John Routledge who's come on for the New Saints. Just over 10 minutes of the first half remaining here. Leo Smith's goal separating the sides. And out of shot, just an interesting discussion there between Dan Williams and Ryan Reynolds after that coming together, and the penalty area a few minutes ago. They're both laughing. That's good to see. Absalom with the goal kick. Reffel just loses out there. Ball played forward. Yorwerth. And then on by Reynolds. Routledge, well, he was just eased out of the way. And now Kai Whitmore. Whitmore, he's got Nathan Wood in front of him. Kane Owen. Oh, there's an opportunity there just to release Nathan Wood, and Josh Daniels did really well there, Greg.
Yeah, it looked like Pen-y-bont had quite a promising break on there, but yeah, obviously TNS, although they have a majority of the possession and chances at the moment, they're defending really well as well when Pen-y-bont are countering. So I think Craig will be quite happy at the moment.
Yep, leading by 1-0 and comfortably, must be said. Connor Roberts. I don't think Connor Roberts has a save to make, has he? He hasn't made one save at all.
No, nothing to do yet, but you know, he looks fully switched on. He's obviously having a great season. Obviously, most clean sheets by any goalkeeper this year, and it's I'm really pleased with him because he's had a frustrating few years. Obviously, sitting behind Paul Harris, and he's obviously had massive gloves to fill this season, but he's doing really well.
Ball into Ryan Reynolds, falls to Kai Whitmore. Whitmore, can he create space for the effort? Has to turn back under pressure, harried by John Routledge. Kane Owen. With a promise here for Pen-y-bont. That's all the way back with Josh Yorwerth, and well, a quarter opportunity possibly there as Ryan Reynolds just under pressure from John Routledge. Billy Borge. And, all the way back with the keeper, and TNS just pick the ball up once again, and it's back with Connor Roberts. The Wales C squad will be announced soon, Greg. I'd expect that Connor Roberts will be the goalkeeper, would you?
I don't think it's a question, really. I think after the season he's had, he's shown by far that he's the most consistent goalkeeper this season. And to be honest, he's had a lot of saves to make as well. He's made a lot of saves look very easy, but he's just a great presence in goal there. And I mean, if he doesn't start, I'll be very surprised.
And the other Welsh players, so I presume that Ryan Astles can play. Danny Davis, Daniel Williams, Leo Smith, Gwion David. You wouldn't be surprised if they were all named in the squad.
Yeah, there's quite a few to choose from. It'll be interesting to see what, if Gwion does make it, being so young. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And from the visitors last season, when Wales beat England 4-0 at the Oval, Kane Owen was involved, as was Miles Davis and Lewis Harling as well. Nathan Wood came on as a sub, so there could be 7 or 8 players out on the field today. It'll be it's the Tuesday the 21st of March at Altrincham, the J.D. Davison Scrap Stadium, to give it its full name. It'll be England C against Wales C, managed by our own Mark Jones. Leo Smith, his goal separates the side, but gives the ball away to Whitmore. Ashley Evans, Reffel, he's got Miles Davis on a run outside looking for Kai Whitmore, but it's John Routledge who was there, and Sislovich. Lovely touch from Sislovich. And Routledge, he was pulled back there. Routledge and Ashley Evans. Well, Ashley Evans just lashed out there on John Routledge, right in front of the 4th official. Well, if the referee saw that one, Greg.
Yeah, I think John Routledge and Ashley Evans going at it, like we said 10 minutes ago. If there's 2 players on the pitch that are, going to go at it, it's going to be them 2.
Well, Mr. Griffith just calls both players together. Well, there was a swing of the arm there by Ashley Evans, and he's having a stern word with the referee. And, wise by Mr. Griffith. He just has a word with both of them, doesn't brandish the card, and he must like his cards, the referee. He's keeping them all to himself.
Yeah, there's been a few decisions in this.
We spoke too soon. Oh, there you go. Well, he deserved that one, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's obviously just seen Danny Davis was going to run off the back of him there, so he's just made sure that Danny Davis couldn't go anywhere. It's probably carried on from 30 seconds previous, really. So yeah, probably deserves to be on a yellow card by now.
Redmond headed away by Miles Davis. Whitmore under pressure. Sislovic to Daniel Williams. Williams to Daniels. Daniels takes a flick off Josh Orworth and goes out for a corner kick. And a second goal now, well, 5 minutes before half time, would make things very difficult for the visitors, Greg.
Yeah, again, well blocked there by Pen-y-bont, but, you know, it wasn't a great delivery from Danny Redmond, but yeah, like I say, 5 minutes ago would be a great time for TNS to score and get that second goal, really take control of the game.
Now it's Adrian Sislovic who's going to take the corner kick. And there's a bus queue on the goal line, whipped into the near post. It's a header by Miles Davis, headed away by Orworth and then by Nathan Wood. Opportunity again for Sislovic. Back to Routledge. Williams. Routledge. Redmond. He's got Guillaume David on the edge of the area. Sislovic. And then Routledge. Experienced players for the New Saints, just combining once again. Very, very patient. Williams. He's got Daniels out on the far side. Daniels. Leo Smith. Williams available again. And there's Daniels. Triangles, lovely triangles by the New Saints to Daniels. Williams. Redmond looking for Guillaume David. That one just runs through beyond everybody and out for a goal kick, Greg.
Yeah, it was a difficult position for Danny Redmond to cross from there. Maybe a little bit too central, but good patient build-up by TNS, switch and play around the edge of the box there. Well defended by Pen-y-bont to restrict TNS there.
Into the final 3 minutes at the end of the first half. We hear there's going to be an added 4 minutes to be played for the injuries to Adam Wilson and for Dan Jeffries. Remember, there will be highlights on Monday night at 25 to 10 and also on Tuesday at 6:30 on S4C as Guillaume David goes down under the challenge. It was Mark Little who was involved.
Yeah, I think he's given a free kick to TNS, but I mean, it was definitely a high boot by Guillaume there that caught the Pen-y-bont player in the head, it looks like. Obviously, the ref's seen that Yorworth there has caught Guillaume late, but for me, it should have been a free kick to Pen-y-bont for a high foot.
Yeah, but it's Josh Orworth who's gone into Mr. Griffiths' book. Here we go again, Greg. Ooh. Well, that's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously caught Guillaume in the knee, but it's also definitely a high foot from Guillaume. So
yeah, Yorworth can count himself very, very unlucky there to see the yellow card, and it's a free kick to the New Saints. A minute and a half of the first half. Redmond just curls it into the near post, looking for Guillaume David as Danny Davis goes down in the box. Ball played in by Sislovic, and now Mark Little. Just an opportunity to clear the ball upfield. Evans for Pen-y-bont to Miles Davis. Davis been very quiet so far this game. Danny Davis to Ryan Astles. Roberts. Connor Roberts just taking his time. So Daniel Williams. We're into the last minute at the end of the first half. Leo Smith's goal on 17 minutes separating the sides. His fourth goal of the season. Sislovic. Just closed down by Kai Whitmore. Astles. Williams. Lovely ball round the corner, looking for Leo Smith. It was Billy Borge was there. Poor ball now then, Leo Smith. Smith, he's got Redmond in front of him. It is Sislovic. Telegraph there, and Ashley Evans just stops that move for the New Saints. Routledge looking to run onto the ball back from Leo Smith. Gwion David. Now then, Kai Whitmore. Whitmore, he was just caught there by Gwion David. And it's a yellow card for Gwion David. So after so long not showing any cards at all, Mr. Griffith, he's shown 3 cards in quick succession, Greg.
Yeah, a bit of a professional foul there by Gwion. He obviously saw that Whitmore, I think it was getting away from him, and yeah, had to bring him down.
Yeah, just cheeky little clip of the heels from Gwion David. We're into 4 minutes of added time as Kane Owen just lofts the ball, looking for Billy Borge. Yorwerth was there, towering header from Yorwerth that threw comfortably to Connor Roberts. New Saints 1, Pen-y-bont 0. Astles. Long ball looking for the run of Tony Williams. Absalom to Kane Owen. Owen under pressure straight away, gives the ball away. An opportunity for Gwion David. David! Josh Yorwerth with a sliding tackle, but Pen-y-bont their own worst enemies there, Greg.
Yeah, just got caught trying to overplay there at the back, I think, and obviously TNS are in a great position to go and nick the ball. Good first touch from Gwion. I think he probably, he didn't realise it, but he probably had time to bring it back onto his left foot, and I expected that to result in a goal, to be honest with you.
Well, Kane Owen's the most relieved man in Park Hall. As the corner kick to be whipped in to the near post. It was Josh Daniels who was in there, head-to-head with Mile Davis. And I suppose the Pen-y-bont can count themselves lucky, Greg, that they're only going in 1-0 down.
Yeah, I think they've defended reasonably well, but yeah, TNS have definitely... I think they've let them off the hook a few times there. A few poor deliveries from corners and free kicks, which have, like I say, let Pen-y-bont off the hook a little bit. But yeah, like you say, going in 1-0, I think both teams will be quite happy.
We played 2.5 minutes over the 45 of the 4 added minutes by Mr. Griffith, as Yorwerth clears the ball away. And that one will go out for a throw-in to the New Saints. Astles. Keston Davis. Astles. Comfortable first half for the New Saints. Davis. Routledge. Williams. Given time to turn there by Billy Borge. Leo Smith. Into the last 15 seconds or so at the end of the first half. Leo Smith. Danny Redmond. Redmond. Sislovic. Referee just has a quick look at the watch. Blows the final whistle at the end of a first half which the New Saints have dominated. And the goal by Leo Smith. After 17 minutes, Danny Redmond has been in the midst of most things in this first half for Craig Harrison's side. But at the break here at Park Hall, it's the prospective champions who are leading courtesy of Leo Smith's goal. It's the New Saints 1, Pen-y-bont 0.
Diolch yn fawr i Nick a Malcolm. Tommy Morgan ar ei ffordd i ail ymuno gyda fi, gen i olwg ar yr hanner cynta 'na. Yn y man cyn hynny, cyfle i chi i fwynhau un o eitemau diweddar sgorio ac am eitem hefyd. Mae'n 30 mlynedd ers i'r gyngrau'r hyfryd yma ddechrau. Ni'n fod yn edrych yn ôl ar ambell i uchafbwynt. Un o straeon mawr y gyngrau, ryw hanes clwb pêl-drod Dinas Bangor. Beth aw ohonyn nhw, pwy a wyr, ond maen nhw'n rhan anatod o hanes y gyngrau'r yma. Yn wedi gyda dyddiau cynnar, yn edrych ennill y gyngrau'r ddwywaith yng nghyfnod Nigel Atkins gyda'r clwb, rheolwr adnabyddus iawn. Mae fe wedi mynd nôl i Bangor i gwrdd ein arall o arwyr Bangor, Mark Lloyd Williams.
This is what it's about in respect to 30 years down the line. You can meet your mate, you can have a beer, and you can just bring so many stories and so many memories to life. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to have a little part to play in the history of Bangor City. As he drops that one, get hold of it. Oh, get hold of it.
Right, croeso yn ôl i Bangor. Welcome back to Bangor. 30 years of the League of Wales as it was in your day, now the Cymru Premier. What brought you to Bangor to start with all those years ago?
Creoso, juice. Yeah, great to see you again. Great to be back in Bangor. All those years ago, I'd actually been playing for Wigan Athletic. I was halfway through an honours degree in physiotherapy. Obviously, I had a lot of injuries. I was thinking about career after football.
Good.
My wife was taken seriously ill. We just had our second child, and going non-league allowed me to get through my degree course and look after my family. So part-time was an opportunity to come to Bangor. I just came as a player originally. Paul Rose was the manager, and he left. I think it was in September time. Him and John also went to Altrincham, took a couple of players, and the board of Bangor City turned around and said, "Can you go and be the manager?" So I took over as player manager. And I loved it, obviously, trying to get everybody together. And, we've come from behind. To win the League of Wales that first year was phenomenal. And to get pre-season all organised and play in the European Cup and sign players like yourself and get you and Magic Frank Mottram playing together was fantastic. And obviously, two European Cup campaigns. And obviously, in everything in life, you move on.
So that season, 93-94, you've come in as a player, Rolo's left to Altrincham, you've been given a job. Didn't lose a game at Farrer Road that season.
The 2 years we had there, but that year I think we had 27 clean sheets. I was in goals, so it helped. Here's one for you. Here's one for you, like this. So we played Acronis in the European Cup at the start of the next season, right? So the morning of the game, the FIFA people were all coming around and measuring the size of the sponsors on the shirt. They measured the pitch. We had all the surround, the fences were all there, and they measured the goals.
Yeah, the ball was too small.
One of the goals was too small, so they had to chop off a part of the post to put another bit of solder, some pipe in there. And that's maybe why I didn't get chipped. I didn't concede that many goals. That was one. Keeper out one end, stick it in the other, And we were a good defensive unit. We scored 88 goals, I think it was. I think we had a record on goals scored, record on clean sheets, amount of consecutive games won. We were a good side. The following year, we were even better.
Yeah, so that first season, you had to go on a phenomenal run, to win the league towards the end. And, that last match in Porthmadog, I played in that game, obviously with the opposition, but something like that one.
I think the kick-off got delayed because the crowd trying to get in, the turnstiles broke, gone, couldn't get in. It was absolutely rammed. I think the crowd was 3,000 officially.
I think there's more, officially, but
unofficially, there was a hell of a lot more. Anyway, we played. Rutt scored a great free kick, I remember, Mark Rutt to the centre-half. But that night was special. We've gone and won it, and there was great celebrations. It just epitomised the spirit and the team. And we've gone back to Bangor, and we've had a proper night all the way through. And then the buses took us back to Wirral. I think some of the lads have just gone straight to work from that point. About 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, we've got back. And we celebrated properly, as you should do when you win the league.
Guys can't bring it down to Bangor and not bring it down this lane, Farrer Road. It's a shame. Now it's to supermarket. Sometimes I go walking down SLA Brain down the aisles, but some memories coming back here.
Coming back for the days brought back big memories. As you said, we used to drive in here. There used to be a white wall. When I first came to sign for Bangor, actually there's a white wall came down my wife, and I stopped and jumped over the wall just to have a look at the pitch because I want to have a look at it. But it was great memories. We come down here, and again, this driveway, it was like, get your game head on now, get ready to go and play, and obviously we did great. It's a shame to see where the club had gone out of existence. Just shows how perilous football is, football clubs are, the ownership of it all. But hopefully, you never know, out of that something will grow in the future, and obviously we've got the present set up, might be in the lower divisions at it, but you've got to start somewhere. And again, Bangor is a big city, and hopefully one day they'll return to back in the League of Wales. Why not?
Bangor City, nearly 2.5 years as a manager. He must have learned, a lot on the job, in non-league football to make the step up.
Phenomenal, Juice, absolutely phenomenal. I've got my notes 30-odd years ago of what we did in pre-season, the first full pre-season we had, because I think that's so important to give people clear understanding of what's expected, the discipline that's required, what's your role and responsibility, individual conversations. And again, from my point of view at Bangor City, we had an unbelievable camaraderie. So again, we're having a cup of tea now. We'd have a good drink after a game or training or whatever. And you sit and we're talking, and you knew what Frank wanted, Frank Mottram. Frank Mottram needed what you want. Harry Wiggins would know what you want. Dave Barnett know what you want. You'd know what they wanted from you. And you get to speak to each other. Yeah. Talking is brilliant, and it's a lost art, and just sitting having a beer with your mate and talking through things, it's the best coaching side of any. For me, when we've been successful, all the clubs I've been at, I've always tried to make sure we've got camaraderie. So again, Scunthorpe United, unbelievable camaraderie. Southampton, unbelievable camaraderie. That's a big fundamental part of it. Together everyone achieves more. And everyone's got to know the role, that's as a player and as a member of staff, and how we can get the best out of each other. So much time for GPO, God bless him. I went to his funeral, you were there as well, and so much respect. Obviously he had Bangor City running through him, and at any football club, for all the young coaches out there, all the young managers, the relationship between the manager and the chairman is vital. You've got to have that line of communication going. You've got to speak to each other. You've got to have the honest conversation. Wim Pearson we're talking about now. For me as an owner, he was great for me. Really supportive, and it's just nice to see his face up there. There's your camaraderie. There's your collaboration. The players, the supporters, everybody being together. Together, everyone achieves more. Kevin Langley, Dave Barnett, sat amongst two real good senior players there. You can't beat drinking out of a cup when you've won something together. Everyone should go and do that. If you've never done it, that's what you've got to strive to go and do. And you pass it round and you go, because it's about everybody joining in, and ultimately you look through, and that's what you're fighting for. There's the first medal, right? This is what it's about in respect to 30 years down the line. You can meet your mate, you can have a beer, and you can just bring so many stories and so many memories to life. So if you win something, they're precious, and if you haven't won something, you're striving to win something, but you're only going to do it if you've got a camaraderie and you're part of something, you have a belonging. And it's a pleasure and a privilege for me to have a little part to play in the history of Bangor City.
Modd cael paned yn y glob, mae rai cyfaddau, na, hyfryd, oet, matgofio'n melys iawn, a cofiwch digon I gael ar ein llwyfannau digidol ni yn sgorio Ethan Ampadu na. Wythnos hyn, neu ar y ffordd hefyd, Sian Dafydd efo draw I gwrdd a fe. Dewch chi'n ei glywed. Bestrain o cynchreiwyr y Seintiau Newydd, un o'r fforddwyr erbyn hyn I ddweud am yr hanner cyntaf na. Mae Nicky John gyda Greg Draper.
Diolch Dylan. Greg, you're a man that we've been used to over the years to score so many goals here at Park Hall. 1-0 for the Saints at the break now. What do you make of that first half?
Yeah, I think Craig will be reasonably happy. I mean, I think TNS controlled majority of the possession. A couple of other little half chances, but Pen-y-bont have defended reasonably well, and looking to catch TNS on the counter attack. So I think both teams will be reasonably happy. But obviously, come 90 minutes, I think Craig will like a couple more goals in us.
Yeah. Now, your current role within the club, you are the manager of the women's side here. What an achievement it's been for you to secure a top 4 spot and to go into that second half of the season tomorrow now against Cardiff Met here at Park Hall, and all the other 3 opponents in the second half of the season. It's quite a challenge ahead.
It's a big challenge ahead, but it was a goal at the start of the season. You know, I look at what we've achieved over the last 18 months, not having a team 18 months ago, so reforming, surviving last season on the last day of the season, which was the goal, to stay up last season, and then obviously straight away we wanted to achieve top 4 this season. So I mean, I thought maybe it was just a stretch too far at one point, but you know, obviously the way it all happened the last game, having to win by 4 goals, winning 4-0 in the 88th minute, it was just sort of summed the team up really. We never do it the easy way, but yeah, looking back on what we've achieved, it's an amazing achievement. And
this is the 4th goal that we can see on the overlay now. But can I ask you, how much are you enjoying the transition from player into this kind of role?
I've loved it, to be honest. I say it was always a term-long plan to go into coaching. Obviously, it probably happened 2 or 3 years earlier than I was expecting. But, you know, I'm glad. I've got no regrets at all. You know, people ask, do I miss the playing side of things, which at times I do. But, you know, just enjoying this whole role so much. You know, yeah, just really happy with how everything's going.
Oh, Greg, it's great to see you, and it's actually time for me to let you go back up to the commentary position for English language commentary with Bryn for the second half. Enjoy it, but thanks for your company.
Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr, Nicky, a Greg Draper hefyd, Tommy Morgan sy'n gyda fi. Dawn ni gael pip bach cyflym ar y hanner cyntaf na. 1 gol sydd yn ddi. Gewn ni weld i nawr. Dwi wedi mwynhau gwylio Cieslewicz yn y hanner cyntaf na, then bwysig iawn yn y symudiad yma.
Ie, sicr Cieslewicz ar yr un donfedd a Redmond man hyn. Unwaith mae'r cyffyrddiad cyntaf gwych gan Cieslewicz, a rhedad mewn i'r gwagle gan Redmond. A wedyn mae'n codi ben a mae'n pigo allan Leo Smith. Mae'n gol wych. Mae'n gol sy'n edrych i chwarae nhw trwy gydol y tymor, fi'n credu. Rhedi off y bêl. Mae'n just dangos popeth sy'n dda am y Seintiau Newydd.
Ydy, allan ni wedi gweld gol fel la o unrhyw dymor yn y degawd diwetha, dwi'n credu. Mae'n just... A fel, fa mor anodd yw i fel rheolwr, neu fel tîm y Pen-y-bont, nhw wedi dechrau na nhw, neud yn iawn o wedyn, maen nhw'n torri drodd fel yna. Ie,
mae'r safon ganddyn nhw'r eich. Mae Redmond, wel, mae fe'n ffordd i fod ar y cae ddechrau, ond yn sicr, mae fe yw'r gwaniaeth rhwng y ddau dîm prawn mae hyd yn hyn i fi. Mae'r safon ganddo fe, fel yn gweud, mae'n rhedeg oddi ar y bêl, a yna fe sy'n, y nodweddiadol o Seintiau Newydd yw y symud y bêl yn gyflym, a dim gormod gyfathiadau ar y bêl hefyd. 1 twtch, 2 twtch, y bêl wedi mynd. So chi'n gweld nhw'n hongian mlaen i'r bêl, maen nhw'n symud yn gyflym, a herwydd mae'r bêl yn trefeili yn gyflymach na unrhyw chwarae.
Ydy, mae'n wir. Sôn am Redmond, fel nes ti'n neud, Tommy, gen i weld y digwyddiad nawr ar dacl na. Sydd wedi syni llawer bod y dyfarnwr ddim wedi gwneud yn fyd?
Wel, mae wedi bod yn dyfyn i'w eich, a dde ddamfod y maes yn erbyn Ceic Honna yn granach yn y tymor. Ond fan hyn, chi'n gweld yn glir, mae goes weithiau i fyny, mae'n dala Jeffries ar ei, wel, glefi torri goes i fod holl yn onest. Mae fe mor ffodus fyna, a fi ddim yn sicr ddim yn gweld sut nath y dyfarnwr ddim i weld e. Herwydd o hwnna yn dacl sal. A chi'n gweld Rhys Griffiths yna yn pwyntio i'r anaf mae wedi gael i'r pedwedd official. Felly, ie.
Hwna'n gallu effeithio chi fel tîm hefyd, achos chi'n teimlo bod rhyw anhegwch wedi digwydd. Ond angen cael allan o'ch pen chi hefyd fel Pen-y-bont.
Ie, yn sicr ar ôl ni, gath Ashley Evans, gath ei rhyw glas fach gyda Routledge, a wedi'n mynd i'r ôl ni, gath ei gerddi'n melyn am rhoi push fach i un o'r chwaraewyr. Felly, ie, a oedd un o ddoi ddigwyddiadau hefyd, oedd hi ar y bêl yn y Cwrt Cosby. A herwydd na beth sy'n digwydd yn fe, chi'n colli'r pen am fi'n un y ddwy ar ôl ni gwed mae nhw'n cael popeth, nhw yw'r pen campwyr ac yn y blaen, ond rhaid i Pen-y-bont anghofio am ti na a mynd mlaen gyda'r gêm.
Ie, mae'r gair pen yn amlwg achos mae angen cadw'ch pennau yn erbyn y pen campwyr. Dyna'r neges i Pen-y-bont. Eith Tommy ymlwybro nôl i'r pwynt sylwebu ac yn disgwyl amdano fe, ac yn disgwyl amdano chi. Mae Malcolm Allen yn eich pari.
Welcome back for the second half here at Park Hall. New Saints leading by 1-0. Leo Smith's goal after 17 minutes. No changes in either side at half-time. And the discussion up here in the gantry at half-time was, well, Danny Redmond's challenge on Jeffries. So... New Saints get us off at the start of the second half. And, discussion, Greg Draper back up in the gantry with me now after doing his half-time duties. The discussion was about that challenge by Danny Redmond.
Yeah, I think, you know, looking at it back, he's I think the only thing that's got him away with it is the fact he didn't properly catch him. But yeah, we were obviously talking about the red card that he got at Connors Quay as well. And you know, this challenge today was 10 times worse than that one. So yeah, he's lucky.
Reffel to Whitmore. And, just an easy clearance there for Keston Davis, but it just ricochets off Keston Davis. And well, a bright start to the second half for Pen-y-bont, Greg.
Yeah, that's what they needed. They obviously needed a fast start. They didn't want to let TNS grow into the half. So they'll be hoping that something can come on this corner.
It's Kane Owen to Whitmore, back to Kane Owen. Owen to Miles Davis. Davis, heavy touch, and it's cleared away. And just against Danny Redmond there, and Kane Owen. Owen, if you could get that onto his left foot, but he couldn't. And it's just an opportunity for Leo Smith, scorer of the only goal so far, to Daniels, and then John Routledge consider the ball back to Connor Roberts. Daniels to Ryan Astles. What would Craig Harrison have said to the TNS players in the changing room at half-time, Greg?
I think, like I said, I think he'd have been reasonably happy. I think they defended well. Just a little bit more clinical, I think, in that, when they get into that final third, few set-piece deliveries, like I said before half-time, let us down a little bit. They'll be looking for a fast start to the second half.
And Chris Griffiths, what would his message have been?
I think the main thing that they've got to worry about is just getting a little bit tighter to Sizzlevich out on the left there. I mean, a lot of TNS's chance, and obviously the goal came from Sizzlevich having so much time out there on the left, and then being able to find Redmond running in behind. So, I think they'll be wanting to deal with Sizzlevich a lot better than what they did in the first half.
Ben Clark here. I don't know if you heard. Did you hear that he got stuck in the lift?
I have heard. I think he's only just got out. I think he was in there for at least an hour and a half. So he's obviously out injured at the moment with his ankle that he rolled at Cardiff Met. So not sure what he got up to in the lift for an hour and a half. But
dear me. So Ben Clark, good to see him back with us, having been stuck in that lift. Oof. Wood just catching Josh Daniels there. Free kick for the home side.
Yeah, Pen-y-bont, they pressed quite well there actually, and I thought TNS were going to get caught out, but obviously got away with a free kick.
And they'll play each other, of course, next weekend in the Welsh Cup semi-final down at Richmond Park in Carmarthen. Match, of course, that you can see with us here on Scorio, as you can on Friday evening. It's the match between Connors Quay and Bala at Flint Town United's ground. Offside call here. Next league match for the New Saints, by the way. It's home against Bala on the 10th of next month, and we've worked it out, Greg, that they could win the league in that next match, depending how scores go in the other matches, of course.
Yeah, it'd be, I think it'll be a very interesting game this afternoon as well with Cardiff Met and Connors Quay. Wouldn't be surprised at all if Cardiff Met can take some points off Connors Quay, in which case that would allow TNS to win the league on that night against Bala.
Yeah, on the other scenario, of course, if they don't win it on the 10th, they're away at Connors Quay on the 17th. And would they prefer to win it there, Greg, do you think, away at Connors Quay?
I don't know. I don't think they think too much about that sort of thing. I think they just want to get it wrapped up as soon as possible.
Oh, that was unlucky there, wasn't
nice play from Guillaume. Yeah, I think he was just caught offside, but nice touch. Just unfortunate, just not quite getting back in time.
Kane Owen, the Pen-y-bont captain. And it's The free kick for Pen-y-bont, who haven't lost away from home, by the way, in their last 6 in all competitions since losing 2-1 away at Haverfordwest at the beginning of December. They're trailing here, courtesy of Leo Smith's goal after 17 minutes. Sislovic, one of those trademark runs. So you've got six Pen-y-bont players there, just marshalling Adrian Sislovic. Wow. Astles. Free header once again. He's so commanding, is Ryan Astles. As Redmond, well, he timed his jump perfectly there.
Yeah, I think that was very soft. I don't think that was a foul at all.
No, he timed that one perfectly, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a great header. Bit of a soft one there.
And it's Kelland Absalom, the former Barry Town keeper, with the free kick looking for Miles Davis. The one thing that the New Saints have done really, really well, Greg, is they've really curtailed Miles Davis's runs down the right and Kane Owen on the left.
Yeah, they've both been very quiet, and Scissors nicked the ball here. Didn't quite find Leo, but yeah, they're really just giving Pen-y-bont players no time at all on the ball.
No. Preston Davis, lovely touch. So Daniel Williams just crowded out once again there by Kane Owen. 6 minutes of the second half played. No addition to the score. And the New Saints will be more than happy just to manage things here at the moment, as Ryan Astles just finds Sislovic and Danny Davis. Davis. Uncharacteristic there by Danny Davis. Miles Davis to Ryan Reynolds. One of 2 changes made by Rhys Griffiths this afternoon. Kai Whitmore and Ryan Reynolds coming in for the visitors. Oh, lovely interchange there, but it was Danny Redmond who just read that one, concedes the throw-in. Whitmore. Can he get the cross in? Good play by Whitmore. Kept the ball in play. Was Nathan Wood. Ball just got caught under his feet somehow there. Little leaves it for Miles Davis. Davis changes the angle of play out to Kane Owen. It was a handball there by Kane Owen. And yeah, that's what the referee signifies. And it's a free kick to the New Saints.
Yeah, big switch there for Miles Davis. I don't think it was on, but Owen done really well there to make something of it. It's unfortunate there to give away the handball. But yeah, TNS not started the second half overly great. A little bit slow playing out from the back at the moment. So yeah, Craig will definitely be looking for them to lift the intensity a little bit, I think.
Yeah, and you feel that a second goal for the New Saints. I mean, the next goal is key, isn't it? Whichever way it goes. Yeah,
it is. Like you say, it's controlling the majority of the game at the moment, but 1-0 sort of only takes one little mistake or a bad refereeing decision, and all of a sudden Pen-y-bont are right back in it. So yeah, like you say, next goal is going to be massive. Roberts
looking for Leo Smith, easily held off by Yorwerth, and it's Gwion David to Sislovic. John Routledge once again into Gwion David with the effort, telegraphed that. Easy for Absalom in the end, but and he didn't quite get hold of it, did he?
No, I didn't. Lovely little link-up play there with John Routledge. Found Gwion in a great position. Lovely first touch, and yeah, again, just didn't quite connect with the strike as well as what he normally does.
No, scuffed that one. But as we discussed in the first half, he's in the right place at the right time as Gwion David. Miles Davis. It's the challenge on Danny Redmond. Referee lets him get away with it. And it's a throw in to the New Saints, leading 1-0 on their way to their 15th title. Unless there's a dramatic turn of events, which is highly, highly unlikely. And Routledge just puts the pressure there on Danny Davis. Williams, Sislovic finds Redmond, just holds Whitmore off and finds John Routledge. Routledge, this is lovely play by the New Saints. Ball played forward to Daniels. Daniels cleared away by Josh Yorwerth. Leo Smith keeps the ball in play, just under pressure from Nathan Wood and Ryan Reynolds. Astles to Redmond to Sislovic. The options always there for the New Saints players. Routledge, Smith, back to Routledge. Lovely ball for Daniel Williams. Williams draws Ashley Evans out. Ball played in and it's cleared away by Mark Little. Davis. Sean MacDonald being prepared as a substitute for Pen-y-bont. We hear that it's going to be Ryan Reynolds who's going to be departing. It's a long period of pressure here by the New Saints crowd.
Yeah, they've definitely got back on the ball, moving the ball around really well now. Danny Redmond there,
lovely ball in to Smith. Oh, what a save! Oh, what an opportunity for Leo Smith. Well, Greg Draper.
Yeah, Danny Redmond again picking up the ball with loads of time and space. Great run from Guillon. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I want Guillon passing the ball there. I thought it was on for him to just lash the ball into the back of the net. Having said that, when the ball's found Leo Smith, he probably still should have ended up in the back of the net. So they'll be disappointed not to score there.
Yeah, should have got his second of the match. Leo Smith in the right place at the right time. But, well saved by the keeper. It's, Leo Smith's best goal-scoring season since joining the New Saints, by the way, with 4 goals. He should have 5, in all truth. That was a good save by the keeper. Good play by Whitmore. Now then, this is Nathan Wood. Wood waiting for the run of Keon Reffel-Wood. Plays the ball back to Whitmore. Whitmore's got Kane Owen. Ball around the corner for Ryan Reynolds. Reynolds back to Kane Owen. Owen, can he get this cross in here? Kane Owen, does he get the corner? Yes, he does. It's a corner kick. Good play by Pen-y-bont, Greg.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, obviously broke away with Wood to start off with, and just didn't have enough bodies around him to make something happen. But obviously McDonald coming on now as well, so he'll be looking to get on the end of this corner, no doubt.
Yep, Sean MacDonald, Welsh international, of course, 4 caps. He's been out since the 3rd of January after sustaining an injury against Airbus, so experience here with MacDonald. And the first thing, as Greg was saying, was trying to get his head possibly onto this corner from Kane Owen. Left-footed, it'll curl outwards, and it's towards MacDonald at the near post. And takes a touch, his first touch. Wasn't a convincing one there, Greg Draper.
No, yeah, I think he knew that he got contact on and it was a goal kick. He's just tried to con the referee into giving a corner. Luckily the referee was switched on.
Mr. Griffith is always switched on. Absalom with, or Roberts, I should say, with the clearance. Keston Davis just holds Nathan Wood off. Josh Daniels, the ball looking for the run of Leo Smith, and it's Billy Borge. And he was very brave with the back pass there. Rhian David almost capitalised. Redmond. Keston Davis. Smith. And Routledge just caresses the ball around the corner looking for the run of Daniels. Takes a touch off Yorwerth. Daniels gets his cross in. Headed by Sislovic. And that one goes out for a corner kick. Lovely move again, Greg.
Yeah, it's great play by Josh Daniels. Lovely ball by John Routledge just into a good area. Josh Daniels done well to get around the defender there. Lovely ball in. Great run from Sis as well. Just couldn't quite get enough on the header.
So a corner kick for the New Saints. It's Redmond. Receives the ball back from Sislowicz, creates the angle for the cross, headed away by Yorwerth. Danny Williams just tidies up back to John Routledge. Everybody bar Connor Roberts in the Pen-y-bont half. As it's lifted in, looking for Gwion David, and that one will run all the way through. And it'll go out, and it's a goal kick for Pen-y-bont. An hour played here. What's going on here? Referee's coming over. Let's see what's happening. Is it? Oh, he's hurt his... has he? He's hurt his ankle? Has he gone over in his ankle as well, Greg? Oh.
Looks like he's gone over for treatment from Phil, the TNS physio there.
Are we changing ref? I think yes, we are actually. Yeah. So Mr. Hugh Jones comes on for Mr. Griffith. So I think he's felt his ankle here. Don't see this very often. Yeah, he's turned his ankle. So like, oh, that looks nasty, Greg. His left ankle there. You can see the bulge.
It does look a bit swollen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's easily done on these pitches. It's, you know, you've only got to get your planting your foot ever so slightly wrong, and you know, it completely goes. So obviously already been one today, and obviously the referee's the second.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that actually. You know, Adam Wilson, he turned his ankle just as he planted his foot, didn't he? I mean, if it was on a, let's call it a proper pitch, a real pitch, would that have happened, do you think?
I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know what the stats are. Whether there are more injuries on the 3G pitches, it's you know, obviously you're still going to get ankle rolls on the grass pitches. So you know, whether the pitch is anything to do with it or not, I'm not sure. But you know, it's definitely a talking point with these 3G pitches, isn't it?
Yep. Here's the goal again, by the way, as we have a break in play, waiting for the change of ref. Lovely ball in, and then Redmond measured pass, and Leo Smith just stealing in at the far post. And that's the only goal of the game so far. As we await Mr. Hugh Jones. So Mr. Griffith will become the fourth official. And Mr. Jones will come on in his place. Just to remind you, Friday evening we'll be at Caer Castell in the Flint for the Welsh Cup semi-final. It's Connors Quay against Bala the following day. It's these two again. And the double is on, isn't it, Greg?
The double is on, yeah. Obviously it's, you know, the TNS current holders of the Welsh Cup as well, so they won't want to be letting go of that. It was obviously a trophy that we've won a lot over the last however many years, so yeah, it's definitely the priority is obviously getting the league wrapped up as soon as possible, but the Welsh Cup's obviously very special to the club as well.
And you think about last season's final, because it was these two teams, so the semi-final between Pen-y-bont and the New Saints is a repeat of the final last season. New Saints 3-0 up after an hour, and then those two late goals gave TNS a scare.
Yeah, I remember the first half was, you know, it's very one-sided. TNS again, they should have probably should have killed the game off much earlier. They had some really good chances, and then obviously credit to Pen-y-bont, they came back into it and made it a nervy sort of last 10-15 minutes or whatever it was. So yeah, obviously next week's going to be as close as what it is today,
and that will be live again with us on Scorio. And we have a change of ref. So Mr. Hugh Jones comes on as Ewan Arwell Griffith just receives attention from the TNS physio. So a break of about 3-4 minutes there will be added on at the end, obviously. As the ball's played forward, looking for the run of Whitmore. Whitmore, again, I think possibly just caught his studs there in the pitch. And went over. So Wilson's gone off injured. The referee's gone off injured, as is Dan Jeffries. after that challenge from Danny Redmond in the first half. Roberts with the clearance. Easy for Little, picked up by Danny Redmond. Sislovic couldn't control it, and he gets another opportunity from the pass from John Routledge. Williams. And Danny Davis just under pressure there from Miles Davis. Little. Ball looking for Keon Reffel. He's not really figured much this afternoon as Keon Reffel, but possibly due to the service that he's received. Borge. Evans, lovely ball to Whitmore, but just held up and offside, and just no luck for Pen-y-bont this afternoon, Greg Draper.
No, it was a close one. I'm not sure whether he was offside or not, but yeah, I mean, Pen-y-bont, they're just struggling to sort of commit enough bodies forward, really, to cause too many problems when they are getting forward. Keston Davis, Ryan Astles, you know, having it comfortable enough to be able to deal with everything, really.
Yeah, I think that is the adjective, isn't it? It's a comfortable afternoon for the two at the back, for Keston Davis and Ryan Astles, as it's Josh Yorwerth with the head injury, and it was a coming together with Gwion David. Ooh, I think he headed the back of Gwion David's head there, didn't he?
Yeah, Gwion David's obviously gone to flick the ball on, so Gwion's head's going back, and he's obviously caught him in the chin, I think it is, or on the cheek. So yeah, it looked a nasty one.
Well, they've already lost Dan Jeffries. We've lost the referee as well, and he's got that ice pack on his ankle there. There's Yorwerth. He's a hard man, is Josh Yorwerth, so that must hurt.
Yeah, he's obviously won a lot of headers this afternoon, and you can see by the distance he's getting on his headers that he doesn't hold back. So you know, to head the back of another player's head that hard, it's gonna hurt.
Dan Jeffries already out, so from the first half. So next weekend, as we said, 7:30 Friday night, it's Bala against Connors Quay. That's being played at Flint Town United's ground. And then on Saturday, 12:30 a week today, it's these two again. That one being played at Carmarthen between Pen-y-bont and the New Saints, as we mentioned early on. Josh Yorwerth just being called back onto the pitch. And it's with Kelland Absalom. Absalom just launches the long ball looking for Mark Little. Davis. Do you know what, Greg? I've seen Miles Davis numerous times this season. This is the quietest I've seen him. He's really, really been controlled on that far side.
Yeah, I think Pen-y-bont have just struggled to have any real possession, haven't they? And like we've said, you know, when they do, they've just been swarmed out by TNS players, so they're just struggling to get any real quality on the ball at the moment.
Mistake here, ball played into David, cleared away, and almost another goal from Pen-y-bont. Mistake at the back, Sislovic. And Gwion David, well, he was on target, but ball cleared away, and that one cleared. Poor play there by Ashley Evans. Here's the chance again, Greg.
Yeah, Leo's done really well to read the back pass. Obviously nipped him in front, done everything right, rolled it into Gwion's path. Gwion's, I don't think he can do much more than that. He's got to go for goal, and obviously the defender's done well to get back and clear it off the line.
Yeah, it was Billy Borge who got the clearance. There's a corner kick. Sislovic to Redmond. Held up by Wood, and brought down as well by Nathan Wood. And, well, Mr. Jones, well, that was, I don't know what Nathan Wood so agitated about. It was a clear foul.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's complaining about, really. Here's the replay now. Yeah, Redmond's just got his leg in between the ball and Nathan Wood, and it's a clear foul. And they'll be disappointed if they don't at least hit the target here and really test the keeper.
Sam Snaith preparing to come on for Pen-y-bont. It's Leo Smith and Danny Redmond who are standing over the free kick here. Everybody back for the visitors. And a second goal here would, well, wrap up the 3 points. I'd imagine Smith plays the ball square to Danny Williams. Williams took a deflection off McDonald, and it goes out for a corner kick.
Yeah, I think I'd much rather someone just has a pop at that direct, really. Obviously resulted in a corner, so we'll see what they make of it.
It's Keon Reffel who will be departing for Sam Snaith. And it's a corner kick, yet another corner kick for the New Saints. Astl's just jostling for position on the far post. Goes to the near post, and it's off Josh Daniels. And it goes for a goal kick. So the sub can now happen. And it's... here we go. So Sam Snaith, maybe a more physical presence up front than Keon Reffel, Greg?
Yeah, he's obviously an out-and-out target man, really. He's not someone who's going to, run Ryan Astles and Keston Davis in behind, but, definitely make those direct balls stick, and it's just important that Pen-y-bont get a lot more players forward and support them under the ball, really. Otherwise, they're still not going to create anything.
Well, last season's top scorer for Pen-y-bont, Sam Snaith, he scored 14 goals in all competitions. And listen to this stat, Greg. 10 of them were headers.
Yeah, that's an amazing stat, to be fair. It just shows that they're really going to have their hands forward straight away. The first long ball, and it's probably the first ball that Pen-y-bont have won in the air. Flicked it on, and it's just unfortunate Miles Davis couldn't quite get on the end of it.
And it's Miles Davis with the throw in to Mark Little. Little again just looking for Sam Snaith. Snaith back to Little. He has to go all the way back to Kelland Absalom. Borge under pressure from Leo Smith. His goal still separating the sides. And well, it's still only one, Greg Draper. There's still hope for the visitors, isn't there?
Yeah, like I say, I think Craig will be getting slightly more frustrated now, especially after the great chance that Leo had earlier. Obviously could have made it a lot more comfortable what it is at the moment, but there's still in reasonable control of the game.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but I don't think Connor Roberts has he had a save to make at all? I don't think he has he?
No, I don't think he has had a save to make.
No.
Like I say, with Snaith on now, they'll be relying on set pieces, maybe, like you say, with his threat aerially. They're just struggling to create any out-and-out chances at the moment.
Well, Mr. Hugh Jones took his time to make his decision there on the free kick. It was Danny Davis, and it was Miles Davis. The Davises coming together. He waited for a few seconds, did Mr. Jones, and he's given the free kick to Pen-y-bont. And it's Kane Owen, all left foot. He's got a wand of a left foot as Kane Owen. And looking for Snaith. McDonald was in there as well. And Whitmore, Kai Whitmore. Well, that has to go down as an opportunity for Pen-y-bont.
Yeah, it was a really good chance. Obviously, like you say, Kane Owen's left foot's, he's got lovely delivery, and he just put it into an area there, caused a lot of uncertainty there. And he'll be disappointed that he didn't hit the target there.
Yep, that has to go down as a chance for Pen-y-bont and to Kai Whitmore. Connor Roberts. Ball looking for Leo Smith. Smith up with Kane Owen. Davis, fortunately, just falls for Danny Redmond. Redmond, lovely ball out to Sislovic. Oh, what a glorious pass that was. Sislovic, he's got Danny Davis outside and goes back to Redmond now. Gets to Danny Davis. Davis, he just put a bit too much pressure on Sislovic there.
Just sloppy as well. They were in a great position out wide there, and Danny Davis looked for the little one too. Just lack of pass detail, didn't quite reach Sislovic, so just getting a little bit sloppy in patches now.
Well, we understand that there's going to be a change for the New Saints, and it's Josh Pask who's going to come on for Adrian Sislovic. And now will the New Saints make the change? Yep. I think they will. So it's... is it the change? Oh, there's a yellow card here. Oh, Craig Harrison. He must have said something to Mr. Jones, Greg.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a TNS throw. I think it definitely came. Yeah, he couldn't really tell from there, but yeah, Craig obviously didn't agree with the decision, which isn't like Craig.
So yellow card for Craig Harrison. Whitmore, 15 minutes of the regulation 90 remaining, and I'm sure there'll be about 5-6 minutes added time for substitutions and the injury to the referee, Mr. Griffith. So we've got Hugh Jones, the referee, TNS still considering making that change. We understand it's Pask for Sislovic. McDonald looking for Miles Davis. Oh, lovely ball to Davis. Davis lifts the ball into the box looking for Snaith. It's there for Nathan Wood. What a save! And it's still there. And Connor Roberts. Oh, what an opportunity for Nathan Wood. And it remains the New Saints 1, Pen-y-bont 0, Greg.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hopeful ball more than anything, I think, from Miles Davis there on his left foot. Just sort of lofted it into an area. Not sure who won the flick on there, but looked like a great save by Connor Roberts. And then obviously the Owen, I think it was, who was adjudged offside, but...
Yeah, it was a double save in effect, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great save, especially the first one. It was I wasn't sure whether it just hit him, but he's definitely it was definitely going to the side of him. He's done really well to claw that one out. So
Sislovic departs, and it's the former Newport County player Josh Pask who comes on, and the former West Ham, Coventry, Newport player for his third appearance of the season. He's been out injured for a while, hasn't he, Greg, I think?
Yeah, he's had a frustrating season injury-wise. Obviously had a long-term injury to his knee, which had to be operated on, and obviously come back and just had a few little tweaks, I think, just from being out for so long. So yeah, he'll definitely be looking to get a run of games very soon.
And the yellow card there, by the way, for Adrian Sislovic for coming off the pitch the long way rather than going off on the far side. What do you make of that?
I'm not sure it needs to be a yellow, does it? I mean,
no.
If he's taken too long, you can just add it on at the end of the game rather than give a player a yellow card for that.
Indeed. There's Kane Owen with the free kick for Pen-y-bont, who clearly here, Greg, are believing that they can get something from this game. You can see that in the last 5 minutes or so. They've upped the game, particularly since Sam Snaith came on.
Yeah, he's definitely added a presence up front, and like I say, well, it's 1-0. Then Pen-y-bont are well and truly in the game.
Yep. But all the New Saints wins against Pen-y-bont have been by 1 goal. Whitmore tussling with Williams on the far side. Oh, good play by Kai Whitmore. Takes a deflection off Danny Davis. And it's there once again for Ashley Evans. Evans with the ball into the box. An opportunity for Nathan Wood. Wood, can he find the room for Kane Owen? Almost got through to Owen. And it's cleared away to McDonald. McDonald's presence as well has made a difference. And Pen-y-bont are in the ascendancy here in the glorious sunshine at Park Hall. Miles Davis approaching the final 10 minutes. Davis. Evans. It's a little. Davis looking for Snaith once again. Snaith is strong, and he's brought down. Is that a penalty? It is. The referee indicates there was a pull there. I think it was Keston Davis on Sam Snaith. And it's a penalty to Pen-y-bont.
Yeah, my immediate thought was it was a penalty. Sam Snaith's done well to get his body in, bring it down into his path, and I think Keston Davis just got caught the wrong side slightly, and I think he definitely had hold of his shirt.
Yeah.
Whether Sam Snaith was at it as well, whether they both had hold of each other, which possibly they might have done, but obviously from the referee's point of view there, all he could see was Keston Davis pulling at Snaith, so good play by Sam Snaith.
And it's a yellow card for Keston Davis. Now then, it's Nathan Wood. Wood steps up. Oh, that's how you take a penalty. And that's his 9th league goal of the season, his 13th in total, and his 8th penalty. And it's the New Saints 1, Pen-y-bont 1.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's in that goal there. No one's saving that. I mean, Connor Roberts is probably the best penalty saver I've seen or played with or against, and he had absolutely no chance there.
Well, he hammered the ball into the roof of the net.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts to do that. I tried that a few times and missed.
And you've got to say, Greg, it's deserved. It is deserved. Certainly in the last 10-15 minutes, Pen-y-bont have been the better team.
Yeah, they've definitely, the last 10 minutes especially, they've definitely been on top. Like I say, it's unfortunately for you and Leo, it's they're going to look back at that chance now if they don't go on and get 3 points there.
Yep, we did say that. But when it was 1-0, having lost against Cardiff Met, having been ahead, is Lightning going to strike twice? Haven't lost here. Haven't drawn here at all this season, have the New Saints. They won every single match. They've got a 100% home record. And that's under threat here, definitely, isn't it? Yorwerth just plays the ball back to Absalom. And just a wayward ball upfield into the final, well, approaching the final 8 minutes here, Greg, and this could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. I think TNS will look to get back in possession of the ball and really start controlling things now. Looks like McManus is warming up in the background there, so whether he's got long enough now to make an impact on the game, I'm not sure, but
I think Gwion David was just moving a little gingerly as Pask. Under pressure straight away there from Ashley Evans. Evans just nicks the ball. McDonald, experience in midfield now for Pen-y-bont. Daniels. Now then, bit of space for Josh Daniels to Leo Smith. He's got Gwion David in the middle. Well, I think he was just sort of moving away. His momentum took him away from the ball, and he just shanks it out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think Leo running away from goal there on his weaker foot. I think he'd been better off bringing it back inside and getting at the defender 1v1 really, and even trying to get a shot off himself.
Chris Sargent and Craig Harrison just scheming. They're underneath us. We're in the gantry just above them here at Park Hall. As Keston Davis goes head-to-head with Sam Snaith, finds Gwion David. The lovely ball out to Leo Smith. Under pressure from Miles Davis. And it's with Danny Davis. Gets the ball back from Redmond. Davis to Redmond. Redmond just held up there by MacDonald. Smith. Leo Smith. Keston Davis. To Josh Pask. Routledge. Astles available. So Routledge just carries the ball. Redmond. Daniels. Oh, that was a fortunate ricochet there. Daniels lifts the ball to the far side. There's an opportunity here for Danny Davis. Oh, took the great save from Absalom. There's a couple of players down. I think it's Kane Owen. I think Kane Owen's one. And again, this will just add time here. What happened there, Greg?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's just a bit of a collision at the back post there. Looks like the keeper made a good save as well.
Yeah, I think it was the effort from Danny Davis, wasn't it?
Not sure whether it was a bit of a head clash, maybe. Or...
Yeah, could be. I think it's Miles Davis and Leo Smith, who could be colleagues in the Welsh seaside. Smith's up. Yeah, we can see that one again here, Dreg.
Yeah, I think Leo's just, obviously the ball's gone over him, he's just turned, and I think he's just run into the shoulder.
Yeah. So Miles Davis. It's okay, both of them have to leave the field, of course. And it's a corner kick, and it's Danny Redmond. So both sides down to 10 men temporarily. As we're into the last 5 minutes, there'll be a huge chunk of time added on. So Redmond receives the ball back from Daniels. Redmond whips the ball in. It's cleared away in the edge of the area to Danny Williams. Oh, that was close. Oh, so close there by Williams. Shaved the crossbar, I think.
Yeah, again, I don't think it was the best of deliveries, really, from out wide. And he's picked up a lovely position on the edge of the box, got a decent enough shot off, but just missed the target.
That was a good effort there from Daniel Williams. And it goes out for the goal kick. Absalom. Ball looking for Sam Snaith. Snaith tussles with Keston Davies and just tidied back by Danny Davis to Connor Roberts. David just tries to hold Yorwerth up, but the height difference was clear there. There's a Borge to Davis. Davis now then to Josh Daniels. Daniels, he's got Gwion David in the middle. Leo Smith's there as well. And just takes a deflection off Billy Borge. Can he get the cross away? Lovely to create the opportunity. The effort comes in and it takes a touch. It was Danny Redmond with the effort. Did they get away with it, Greg?
Yeah, it was a great effort from Redmond. He's caught the volley as sweet as you can catch him, I think, and blocked there by Pen-y-bont out for a corner.
Is there late ram? It's Leo Smith with the corner. And it was Josh Pask. It was a free header. Oh, he should have hit the target there.
Yeah, you could see all the way really there. It was going to land on Paskey's head. Looks like it might have come off his shoulder, maybe even. So yeah, be really disappointed. That's a great chance.
And possibly did Danny Davis get in his way there?
Yeah, possibly put off by Danny Davis as well. But I think even still, you know, you could see the ball coming onto him the whole time. So be disappointed.
Well, after the equaliser, it's the home side who just upped their game and have had the opportunities. Yorwerth forward by Williams. It's Leo Smith chasing it with Little. Now Miles Davis does well. Davis. McDonald. Evans. Yorwerth. Borge. Keston Davis with Routledge under pressure from Nathan Wood. There's the free kick. Last minute and a half of the 90. Ooh, that was a nasty one, Greg.
Yeah, he's given away a few silly little fouls, and yeah, I mean, there's really no need to give away a foul in those positions, to be honest.
Well, it's Nathan Wood's goal, which means that Pen-y-bont, as things stand, will be leaving Park Hall with a valuable point. Having been behind since the 17th minute from Leo Smith's far post tap-in. And Smith had a couple of other opportunities as well as Pask plays the ball looking for the run of Redmond. It falls for Leo Smith. This is Danny Redmond. Redmond's got Gwion David in the middle. Falls for Daniels. Daniels! Oh, he should have put the home side ahead again. Another opportunity for Josh Daniels. Goes begging, Greg Draper.
Yeah, great play by Red. Lovely little ball. As soon as he took that first touch, I wasn't sure, but in the end it opened up for him, and you know, it'd be disappointing not to get a better strike on the better connection on the strike there.
Too many.
A great chance. Sorry.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Too many defenders in the middle there.
I mean, Redmond's done really well to pick Daniels out on the edge of the box, and I thought he was going to hit it first time on the inside of his right, taking a touch, and yeah, maybe just one or two too many bodies in the way.
Yeah, it was Josh Yorwerth in the right place at the right time. 4 minutes. 4 minutes added on. And I think it's is it Gwion David who's gone down? He was clattered there by Joshua. The referee, he has to stop play. It's a head injury here to Gwion David. Well, Yorwerth goes over. Is he going to try to... Yeah, he is. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's a little bit naughty, that one.
Well, that was an understatement,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
sure. I'm not sure what he was. I'm not sure what he was doing other than just trying to hurt David.
Yeah. Well, ball was nowhere near, and he just clattered into him. And he's been selected by Malcolm Allen as the man of the match. Thoughts on that, Greg?
Yeah, I mean he's been solid. Everything that's certainly everything aerially he's really dealt with. You know, obviously picked up a bit of a knock as well partway through the second half, I think it was. Yeah, I mean there's been a few. I mean no one's really stood out.
And it's Yorwerth with a touch again to Smith. Oh, good challenge there by Ashley Evans. And it's Kane Owen to Whitmore. Astles. Williams. Neat play once again. Just over 2 minutes remaining of added time. TNS's 100% home record under threat here. And what this does, of course, it just prolongs the season as the New Saints look for their 15th title. Psychologically, Greg, you know, going into the semi-final next weekend, having come here, and if they do get the draw, it'll be huge for the Pen-y-bont, won't it?
Yeah, no, I think they, you know, they're always confident when they come here.
Ball played in, looking for Daniels and Gwion David. Opportunity goes. Sorry, Greg.
No, I was just saying, you know, like I say, they're always close games. I don't think, you know, there's ever been a very one-sided game. As we see the chance, another lovely ball in from Redmond there. Just took a bit of a flick off the defender there, which obviously made it difficult for Gwion to get his chance on target, and he's obviously gone down with cramp now as well by the looks of it.
Yeah, he has. Well, in the first half of the season before the split, it was 1-0 here for the New Saints. It was a very, very late goal in added time by Ryan Brobble, which gave the New Saints a 1-0 victory. And down at Pen-y-bont, it finished goalless, 0-0. And next Saturday, they'll be at Richmond Park in Carmarthen for the semi-final, which you can watch with us here on Scoria. Programme starting at 12:30. There's still time here, by the way. There's 30 seconds remaining for either side to just snatch a dramatic winner. Redmond, hopeful ball, and cleared away by Mark Little. Redmond. Davis. Keston Davis. Seconds remaining. And we've played now the 4 minutes added on by, well, substitute referee Mr. Hugh Jones, as Ryan Astles just lifts the ball, looking for Danny Davis. Williams. Daniels. Back to Davis. Got to go into the box, you'd think, as we're playing added time on. Added time. Keston Davis. Held up by Sean MacDonald. Play still continues. Final whistle blown by Mr. Hugh Jones. It was Leo Smith with the opener on 17 minutes to put the New Saints ahead. And then the Pen-y-bont top scorer, Nathan Wood, hammered home a penalty on 80 minutes. And it's all square here at Park Hall. The New Saints, 100%. Home record goes. Final score here. The New Saints 1. Pen-y-bont 1.
ta tymor yma, dyw'r seintiau ddim wedi ennill. Gartre, y record 100% wedi mynd 1-1. Y gemau eraill wedi dechrau hefyd, dim gymaint o hynny o amser wedi mynd yn y gemau yna. Just i nodi, Seintiau Newydd, 2 gêm ddiwetha, colli yn y Met, cyfartal fan hyn, 1-0 yn y canol, yn ebyn y Dre Newydd yn y canol. Pen-y-bont i cipio pwynt ar neuadd y parti, hwnna ddim yn digwydd yn aml, dyrch ni gael ymateb rheolwr yr ymwelwyr. Rhys Griffiths gyda Nicky.
Well, Rhys, despite spending much of the game today 1-0 down, I think what Pen-y-bont really showed today is the importance of staying in the match in a game against a team like TNS.
Yeah, and staying together and not giving up at all. No matter what people throw at you, just sticking together all the time. I'm immensely proud of what we did today.
And can I ask you as well about a couple of those second half substitutions and the influence that players like Sean McDonald and Sam Snaith had when they came on?
Yeah, look, it's a little bit hit and miss. I wish I could say that you know exactly what's going to happen, but it's how they take on the game. So Sean came on straight away. It's difficult tempo to get involved in. Straight away, he's keeping the ball for us. After Ryan Reynolds, worked his socks off as well, and then Sam straight away. I think he won everything when he came on. Real handful. There was a certain penalty from where I was, and that's what you need them to do.
In terms of what this does to the dressing room as well, on the back of a week like you've had, how big is it to come to Park Hall and to take a point at TNS?
In the context of the season and in the context of the week, it's absolutely huge. So, yeah, almost feel a little bit emotional, really, that we stuck together the way we did this week and the way we will continue to do going forward.
Can I ask you as well, you face them again next week in the Welsh Cup semi-final. What will you be looking to change, adjust perhaps, or even just work on in order to get the better of them next week?
We'll be looking to win instead of draw. But, no, look, I think second half we were the better team. They had 2 really good chances second half, which they would expect to take. And perhaps we only had the 1 goalmouth scramble, which you could call a chance. So we need to be a little bit more of a threat going forward. But I thought between the 2 boxes we were the better team second half. So, we just got to take that on and maybe do a bit more of what we did second half.
Diolch Rhys, gwerthfawrogi.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Rhys yn ddyn bodlon, yn emosiynol. Diddorol clywed hynny ganddo fe. A dyma'r tabl, felly'n gyfartal o'n pwyntiau gyda Cicona nawr, Pen-y-bont. Gonydd goli ar un peth hefyd, ond fel ni'n atgoffa chi, ni yn disgwyl falle byddwn yn colli pwyntiau. Gawn ni weld beth ddaw, maen nhw wedi cipio pwynt oedd neb yn disgwyl fan hyn. Leo Smith gath gol y Seintiau, gallai fe wedi cael un arall, a ni'n ôl ato fe i holi'r cwestiwn yna a mwy gyda Nicky.
Leo, gai ofyn, ydych chi'n fodlon ar bwynt yn y diwedd, neu ydych chi'n teimlo bod chi wedi colli cyfle?
Na, dwi'n meddwl dwi'n isio deud llawer, ond mae yna decisions yn y gêm na'n yn warthus yn erbyn ni a falle. Dwi'n meddwl gatho ni digon o cyfleoedd ni sgorio gol. Do fi wedi sgorio gol arall, ond na, dwi'n meddwl ni wedi colli 2 bwynt o'na fyd.
Ydych chi'n teimlo fel tîm rwan rhwng y canlyniad yma pnawn a hefyd bythefnos yn ôl colli yn Met? Ydy hynny'n effeithio ysbryd y tîm o bosib?
Na, dwi'n meddwl, da ni gyd digon da, dyna pam da ni'n chwarae'r clwb yma, ond da ni eisiau gwneud siŵr fath heddiw, oedden ni'n heiddi curo a falle, ond wrth nesaf gen i gêm cwpa yna, fydden ni angen gwneud siŵr bod da ni'n rhedeg dros tein a gwneud siŵr da ni'n mynd drwad i'r ffeinal.
Mae rhaid i mi ofyn am gyfleuon hefyd efo gêm fel pnawn yma. Ydych chi digon siarp? Nathach chi wneud digon o'ch cyfleuon chi pan ddothon nhw?
Dwi'n meddwl nath ni cymryd y chances digon da, ddweud y gwir. So da ni'n mynd yna, ond na, efallai bach fwy o composure a falle, ond na, fyddwn ni'n siomedig efo hynna, dio.
Be sy'n angen newid at wythnos nesaf felly?
Da ni eisiau angen gwneud siŵr bod da ni'n cymryd perfformiad yma at wythnos nesaf, neu siŵr da ni rhedag a neud bob dim lot well na beth ni heddiw yn erbyn ein.
Diolch ti, Leo.
Diolch.
Diolch i Leo Smith, oedd yn rhwystredig iawn. Diddorol ofna, ddim yn hapus da ambell i benderfyniad. Sy'n credu Pen-y-bont yn hapus da ambell i benderfyniad, efo sneb yn hapus. Na gyda, be mae fe'n wneud? Mae fe'n wneud wythnos nesaf yn ddiddorol dros ben rhwng gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru, Tommy. Sut ti'n gweld i?
Wel, rownd gyntaf drosodd, yr ail rownd disadwn nesaf. Ie, pob clod i Pen-y-bont, arosyn nhw yn y gêm, ond nath yr elyddio draws newid y gêm. Sean McDonald, fel oedd Rhys Griffiths yn gweud, yn arafu pethau lawr. Y bel fwy anodd yw'r bel syml a dde'n wario bel. Chwyd, chi'n gweld pan wedi'i wario i Gymru. A wedyn Sam Snaith yn gorfforol, dath ar y maes, fyny'n erbyn Keston Davies, a fi ddim yn mywyd yn lle pam nath Astos ddim i Gymru de, a dangos bach o quality fel amddiffynwr. A sneud mochyn o...
Wel, gen i weld yn union ar y gair, gen i weld y Gic Smartin. Yn union, dangos yn glir beth o Sam Snaith yn gwneud, achos i pob math o broblemau.
Bil gynnar Newrick Crosby gan Miles Davis. A chi'n gweld, a diwedd y gêm o fod chi'n fwy newid Crysau, yna fe? Ond dim yn ystod y gêm, ond bod pêl wych mewn gan Miles Davis fyna. Yr amddiffyn yr ochr anghywir i'r ymwysodwr, a mae'n Gic Smartin. A i fod yn deg i Whitmore, mae fe'n whipio i fewn.
Na, y Snaith yn glanio. Mae'n amlwg bod y Sam Snaith gryfderau diri. Mae'n amlwg hefyd, falle bod e'n gallu gwneud 90 munud, ond dod o fy mlaen fel eilydd, neu dechrau fe yn y gêm nesaf, fe bydde ti'n ei fel reolwr?
Wel, dod arno fe fel eilydd yn credu. No wedi os chi'n colli'r gêm, yna fe. Beth mae fe'n rhoi i chi? Mae fe'n rhoi'r gorfforol, mae fe'n grif, mae gyffyrddiad gyntaf fe'n dda. Dath y bel anddo fe, nath i aros yn y hanner cyntaf. Rafael, oedd hi ddim cweit, mae symudiad e'n well falle o amgylch y maes, ond yn gorfforol, rhaid chi gael rhywun yn y llinell flaen sy'n gallu dal y bel fyny a dangos cryfder a cymryd arno yr amddiffynwyr sy'n lawr yn neud pan nhw'n dod fan hyn. Maen nhw'n ofan Seinti Newydd, dyw Pen-y-bont ddim yn ofan nhw.
Na, a maen nhw wedi gweld eto. Dyn nhw dal ddim wedi ennill yn ei herbyn nhw, ond eto maen nhw wedi cipio pwynt yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd. Maen nhw dyn nhw rhyw habit mae'r hyfryd o wneud hynny. Tommy, diolch yn fawr iawn am y cwmni pnawn. Mae dyma sydd i ddod. Nos Lun, eich cael bwyntiau o'r penwthnos. Gewch chi weld i eto nos Fawrth hefyd, a wedyn penwthnos nesaf. Wel, ni lawr i'r 4 ola, rhwng gynderfynol. Cwpan Cymru, mae'n dechrau nos Wener, yn fyw ar-lein ac ar eich teledu clyfar, Balan Cwrdd a Chei Cona. Maen nhw'n hen gyfarwydd o'i gilydd, a wedyn, fel ydy Tommy, rhan 2, ding ding, rhan 2 i ddod, Pen-y-bont yn cwrdd ar Seintiau Newydd. Ni yng Nghaerfyrddin, edrych mlaen i fy nôl i Barc Waun Dew hefyd. Diolch am eich cwmni, mae'n rygbi arno, yn hwyrach, tipyn o bnawn o chwaraeon ar S4C. Wel, i ni chi, wythnos nesaf. Ta-ra.